Good morning, folks. Could somebody tell me if my volumes are good? We're still about a half hour away from starting the stream. I'm just trying to get volume checks done. So I want to make sure the game volume's not too loud. You guys can hear me clearly. So if anybody could pipe up and let me know in chat if things are good. So the game music's not too loud or anything? All right, fantastic, folks. All right, I will be back in about a half hour. Good morning, folks, or afternoon, or whatever the hell time it is for y'all. Hopefully, I can get all these sound issues worked out this time. I have loads and loads of water, so no more burning out my voice today. I've learned my lesson the hard way about streaming. So I know for a fact that cdante and Neeher will be joining me shortly. We're going to do some mic checks here and all that fun stuff. And the beta's still probably a half hour away, although from what I understand, it's been actually starting 10-15 minutes early every day, so we'll probably pop in as soon as we can. But right now, I'm just going to do some sound checks and make sure that you guys can hear everybody else. So you'll see on the left-hand side of the screen, we've got a little Discord overlay that will show you who's talking, so you guys can get used to everybody else's voices. Hey, cdante, are you there? I see you in the chat. Also, everybody out there watching, are you guys hearing my mic okay? Are we getting duplicates? What's going on here? Fantastic. Thanks, folks. I wish I had a better system to listen to my own voice on here. Okay, cool. Let me get cdante rolling. I know I can see him in the chat, but he's not responding. Okay, so he's having some internet troubles. I think he's just connected on his phone. Alright, guys, so while we wait for all of these folks to join us, I just want to talk about what we're going to be doing on this stream. So we're not going to be just doing a typical Fallout 76 stream. I'm sure there are plenty of great streamers out there who are far more entertaining than I am, who you guys can tune into. So we're going to do something unique here, and we are going to focus on the modding aspect. So we're going to talk about probably some things we'd like to mod into Fallout 76 once private servers become available. And what I'm most excited about is talking about all the features we can steal from Fallout 76 and bring into Fallout 4. So that is, so some of the people we've got joining us, cdante, obviously you guys all know him from his mods. That dude is amazing. He can code way better than I can and can probably do a lot cooler stuff than I can. So I'm hoping that any ideas where I talk about doing that I say, I don't know if that's possible, he's going to pipe in and say, nope, you're wrong. We can absolutely do that. And then Unoctium, you guys probably know him. He has done many, many mods, especially a lot of stuff in combination with Dogtooth. He does great. They do great armor mods. And then Neeher, who is the creator of All Settlements Extended, and he's done a few of his own settlement mods, and I know he's working on a big quest mod right now. So hopefully we get a good variety of perspectives on what we want to see in 76 and what we think we can bring back to Fallout 4. I don't know about you guys, but I am a single-player gamer, hardcore. I go through little bouts where I get into multiplayer gaming, but for the most part, I find it burns me out real quick. I start to feel like a grind rather than me actually escaping and enjoying a world. For example, before I started modding Fallout 4, I was way into Destiny, and after a while, it's just you just do the same thing over and over again, which is ironic because we do the same thing over and over again in Bethesda games, but it takes hundreds of hours before you get to the exact same moments, whereas those online MMO-style games, which is basically what 76 is, end up becoming like a repeat cycle where you do the same thing over and over again every day, and that just bores the hell out of me. So I am mostly looking forward to 76 to mine for ideas, and eventually for private servers, because modding a multiplayer Fallout and turning it into more of a co-op experience than basically a MMO seems fantastic. So, but from what I understand, we've still got probably over a year before we're going to see private servers. So right now we're just kind of in brainstorm phase, and I am positive there are lots of things from 76 we can lift and put right into Fallout 4 today. In fact, I have one feature I'm almost done developing that I'll tell you guys about later in the stream probably. Don't mind me being quiet, just making sure we've got everything all set up for today. I might not be able to keep up with chat. I apologize, guys, because we're going to be in such deep discussion, and I'm also going to try and play the game and try and experience some of it, because I've only been able to play for a couple hours so far. I keep missing all the beta times. So if I fall behind on chat, I apologize. I do have a separate screen up for Super Chat. If any of you are throwing money at Sim Settlements, the team, I will definitely see those pop up, and I will do my best to answer them. So if you have questions for myself, or if you have something in particular you want to find out about 76 that we can research for you, I'd be happy to answer those. And then obviously I'll read the questions aloud for the guests on the stream today, so if any of them want to pipe in, they can as well. Oh, and after the last stream I did, the fiasco of failing to drink, if you guys hear my voice starting to crack, say something. Tell me, start spamming me with that drink water, because I am not used to the whole stream thing of the nonstop talking. Turns out that talking for 4 to 5 hours straight can burn your throat out pretty quick. After that last stream, I think it took me about 6 days before I could talk regularly again. It was ridiculous. Drink now, thank you. Hey, I hear somebody's mic lighting up.
Yeah. Hey everyone.
How's it going, man?
My internet was down for like 10 minutes. That's the third time today, so things are getting better and better before the beta.
Oh, that's good. My internet's a little hokey. I usually run on Wi-Fi, which is fine for most of the things I do. Not great for live streaming. So I ran a cable across my basement, up the stairs, through the living room, directly to the cable modem. My wife and child are going to come home soon, and I imagine that Prince Gath is going to be grabbing onto that cable and tugging on it. So if we suddenly get disconnected, I apologize.
Yeah, me too. I don't know what's going to happen with my internet during the next 3 hours. I hope for the best.
So now you and Neeher have been playing together with some other folks through all of the betas so far, right?
Yeah.
And what have you guys been up to lately? Like, are you guys just trying to see how far into the game you can get, or are you just exploring mechanics?
Just exploring. I didn't care about much about my character's progression, because I'm really looking forward to restart the game on PC Tuesday. And I also really suck with the Xbox controller.
Oh yeah, that does take it a while. I've been playing with the Xbox controller so long. I don't know why I never play with mouse and keyboard in Bethesda games. So like the Xbox is no problem for me.
Yeah, so really just having fun and exploring, and we did some quests. So we killed a couple of Grafton monsters. It was cool because they always have quite good loot. And I also found a single Nuka key that was really random. I just got attacked by a feral ghoul in an officer's uniform with some sort of transmitter on his back, and it dropped a Nuka key or Silo key, or I don't know how to call it.
Wow,
so that was exciting.
You can get those that early. Oh, hey, Neeher has joined us.
Hey, I just wanted to say something. I'm looking at the live chat, and they say cdante's volume is like super loud, apparently.
I bet yours
I'm
does as well then. I
have
can
to juggle the
let me play
game
around with
audio.
the Discord volume. I've got all these. All right, guys. Let's see. Neeher and cdante, can you guys both speak a few words, and then you guys can tell me if their volume's good, and I'll just keep adjusting them. So, chat, tell us how they're doing.
Testing. Watching the thing.
Yeah, I'm trying to fiddle with my
yes.
settings as well.
I'm sure it's on my end. I've got to do all the volume controls on the on the Windows.
Yesterday I changed my
Turn kinggath up a bit. Apparently I'm fine.
Yesterday I changed my settings from automatic sensitivity because I wanted to filter out some noises like my keyboard and mouse clicks and
Alright, they say
such
he's
things
pretty
like
good now.
that.
He's doing good
And,
now? Okay, cool.
And I switched back now to automatic.
Yeah, I think it was on my end. I think I had Discord cranked up to 100% volume, and then because I turned down the Xbox volume, I figured people don't need to hear all of our game sounds over us. Although I imagine once we start shooting, I'm gonna have to turn that down again.
Yeah.
That was the one thing that's been jarring to me so far playing 76 is there's just constant gunfire off in the distance around me. Which is so weird compared to every other Fallout game I've played, where it's relatively silent unless I know I'm personally about to get into a combat situation.
I don't know. On Tuesday, I felt there were a lot of people around us, but then after 2 hours, we ventured off to other locations, and also yesterday I didn't feel like there was a lot of other players around us. So I think it kind of depends on which location, which area of the map are you on, because there are a lot of locations that are involved with the main quest, especially the starting phases of the main quest. So it's probably that's why.
Where did you guys leave off last? You guys were been partying up, right?
I had most of the time no idea where I'm at. I just followed Neeher.
Fair enough. I'll plan on doing the same then. I played in the stress test, which technically I'm not allowed to talk about. But that was when I had the most playtime, so that character obviously got wiped. And then when I started up again, I think I just got to level 5 yesterday. I think I had about 45 minutes to play. So I'll just follow you guys around. I don't really care what we do. The stress test, all I did the whole time was played in workshop mode. I was like, I'm gonna learn how this works and see what they improved, because obviously I'm the settlement guy. So that's all I did, and so I have no idea what's going on in the rest of the game world. So I'm happy to follow you guys around.
Level 5 is cool. I think Neeher is level 7 and I'm level 6. So.
I think I'm 9 now.
9? Oh, I missed that.
So our goal is to just get a nuke, right? We're just gonna power up to level 50 and go grab a nuke.
My goal is just to have fun and wait for the PC version.
Yeah, I'm so excited for them to unlock our files so we can start digging in. Because I assume they can't. I mean, unless they're doing something crazy, I assume they're not going to remain encrypted while we're playing. I would think that'd be too inefficient. I
really hope so too, because yeah, we all know why.
I'm like 99% positive we are going to have day 1 mods of Fallout 76. Now they're not going to be obviously anything that affects gameplay too much, but we can at least have. You want what?
A black vault suit.
See, I think that's the type of stuff we can do. I think anything, but you'd only see it yourself. Like, I think obviously anything server interacting we're not going to have, but there's no reason we can't have graphic replacers, UI changers, some certain quality of life mods. That's what we used to do playing World of Warcraft. We would all mod our UIs and stuff and set up macros, and I imagine that's the type of thing we'll be able to do with this.
Exactly. Those kind of replacers, replacing your local files, should be working, but I really wonder what would happen if you replace a script file on your end.
Yeah, my bet would be that we're going to have to come up with in the community some sort of post-launcher injector into the VA2 files because I would bet they checksum them when you start the game. And I'm almost guaranteeing they're not going to allow enabling loose files. Like that INI setting is probably just not going to work.
Mm-hmm.
So it's gonna probably take a little bit, but I mean, people are crazy. Mod authors are crazy, and especially like the Xedit team and stuff. Those guys and like Reg2K and Bianca who are just in there doing low-level dirty stuff. I would not be shocked if they've got something on day one.
Low-level, beautiful stuff.
So has the beta been starting a little bit early? I remember when I did the stress test, I got in like shockingly early, like 15 or 20 minutes before the announce time.
Yeah, that one was around like 15 minutes early, and then the Tuesday was half an hour early, and then yesterday was like only like 2 minutes early.
2 minutes early? I thought it was 5 minutes late, but with time
I remember just
I'm
not being drastically different from their schedule.
So have either of you guys found anything you think you want to bring into Fallout 4 from this? Because I know we all are probably going to keep modding just because it's in our blood between now and private servers.
Yeah, I mean, Fallout 4 modding is my plan for the next year. Of course, I'm gonna try to create smaller mods for Fallout 76 if it's possible, but I have a lot of plans for Fallout 4 still, and then we'll see. But private servers are probably a year ahead still.
Yeah, I mean, that to me seems like minimum, because they've got to, if everybody is doing private servers and stuff, they're not going to be buying stuff on the Atom Store, or they're less likely to. I mean, just to be looking at it from a purely capitalistic perspective.
Well, Bethesda's probably wanting us to experience the vanilla game for a year, and their updates and their additions through the Atom market. And well, I was a bit disappointed at first when I heard that private servers will all come in late 2019, but I kind of get their point, and I kind of can understand it.
I'm actually glad about it, because I have too many things that we're working on.
Exactly, that's what I was going to say, that I still have a lot of plans for Fallout 4, so that's very comfortable for me too.
How about you, Neeher? Anything you got? I know you're working on a big quest mod, right, for Fallout 4 still?
Yep. I've been focused on that pretty intensely. If I'm not playing this, I'm probably modding that, or just working on it in general. I just want to work on that. Another settlement quest, and then probably going to go over to Liberty Hell project.
Oh. So I was having a discussion on the Creators Network. Are you guys familiar with that?
Creators Network? No.
Yeah. So there's this. You guys should join in on it. I think it would be a good community to grow. So basically, there's this network that a group has set up, and it's basically trying to connect artists and coders and sound guys together to make mods. So essentially, they will help you recruit people. And there's often people who are just like, hey, I want to get into modding. I have these skills. Is anybody looking for somebody with that? So like I've gotten sound people and voice actors and stuff from that, and there's all sorts of people hanging out there. But they were having a discussion, and this is something that I can see both sides of it. The concern is with all these giant mods that get started, only a fraction of them ever see the light of day. And that, are they a talent sink? Are they a waste of talent to have those things going, all those things going? Because then you end up with someone like you here. You can get caught up in that project. You might work on it for a couple of years, and then it might never see the light of day. Then during those couple of years, you could have been working on smaller projects or your own projects and actually producing releasable content. What do you guys think about that?
This kind of depends on the person, a little bit. You make plenty of small stuff, but you can always have your own project. Like I'm making Op Salvo by myself, but then there's like Liberty Hell, a huge team that's super dedicated. You can kind of just balance between the two if you really want, but ultimately modding's a hobby and you can just do whatever you want.
Sure.
Guess you don't have to make promises about releasing something, but
Hey, Juicehead, thank you for the thanks for the donation. Welcome to the stream.
Yeah, I'm kind of the same because I'm on the one hand I'm known for doing a lot of aspects of modding myself, and I like to create all aspects of my mods on my own. And on the other hand, I'm working with large, big content creators like the Shoddycast and Oddworld Radio. Actually, we both worked on Oddworld Radio with Neeher, and that's the other way when people just unloads you with content, and you just have to put it in the game, and that's fine as well.
Yeah, so I'm on the side of, so I used to mod, and I refused to reveal my old mod author name because it was not kinggath forever. But I used to get involved in big giant Half-Life and Quake 3 mods, and we would work for literal years on them, and then not one of them that I worked on ended up getting released. And that is so frustrating. And it was like, so I'm kind of on, after experiencing that, I am on the side of, I would prefer if more people, if those big projects, if less of them would be started, unless the person who's starting them and running them has the experience necessary and the background to pull it off. But I think there are a lot of people that don't vet before they join up. Now, I know that, like, for example, Fallout Miami and Cascadia, I know those guys are, the guys running those have done some serious modding, so, you know, there's no concern of that. But I see every once in a while these giant projects pop up that somebody comes up with, and you see a bunch of people jump to their team, and it's like, I've never, like, this person has no track record, like, the chances of them pulling this off are very slim, and it takes a certain type of person to, and you have to have, like, a certain experience level in just life in general to commit to a project for multiple years of your life. Like, the average person just doesn't understand what that actually entails mentally. So, like, I'm kind of on the side of, like, yes, those big projects are awesome, but I think it would be nice to see more people who are joining them actually really look into the person's background and make sure they can actually pull off what they're advertising.
Yeah, that makes sense. If you join a team and then it dies and you're just like, what was the point? But with like Liberty Hell, for example, I'd say that's another one that, like you just mentioned, nobody who was making doesn't really have all that much experience in the background with modding, and then they start this huge project. Liberty Hell started years ago, I think pretty much around the time the creation kit for Fallout 4 came out, which is like April of 2016, and that one's still going strong. So I've been watching their updates, and you can see a huge percentage of the world space is basically done. So, and I'd say that's the hardest part.
It's definitely time consuming, especially if you don't use object palettes.
I know.
I started using that feature even to do plot clutter. It's incredible. It speeds things up so much.
I have to get used to the shift click to place objects.
You know, it's been, I go months between actually designing plot work because most of my time is coding anymore. But the last time, I don't remember exactly what if you have to shift click or if you just, but essentially you bring up the object palette and you can set up like randomization on the scale, randomization on the actual items it's placing, randomization on the rotations. But you can pepper down a forest in a few minutes. It's fantastic.
Yeah, I have to get more into it.
So in the meantime, yeah?
Oh, I was just going to say, so what is Liberty Hell exactly? So I've only heard about it recently because it got advertised on some website I follow. And prior to that, I had not even heard of it. Yeah, so like the three big Fallout 4 mods that I think are getting promoted the most are Miami, Cascadia, and before it got actually no, New Vegas is still going, right? FL4 New Vegas is still going?
Yeah, New Vegas is still going.
Capital Wasteland was one that got canceled.
Yeah.
Got it. So there's those three are the big ones that I knew about, and I think most people know about them. Liberty Hell has come onto my radar recently. What can you tell us about it?
Juicehead's talked a little bit about it. I'd say it's like a mainly a new start of the game, sort of. It basically takes over Fallout 4, kind of like Cascadia or New Vegas would. You know, when you start the game, there's no Commonwealth.
Alternate launcher, totally separate game world. Yeah,
exactly. And then it interrupts the pre-war thing, and then basic. So yeah, sorry, I got distracted. So
I thought maybe we lost you. The connection can be pretty sketch on Discord.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So alternate start, world space in Philadelphia that's larger than the Commonwealth, and it's got the main sections, city, various kinds of city biomes, a glowing sea-like area, stuff like that. I haven't done really any work at all on that yet. I just know the lead, well, there's co-leads, Death Leopards and Bunzi. I'm pretty excited about the progress that they've been making. They got all kinds of really awesome talent on that project. They've been like posting some stuff on a ModDB. Yeah, that's where they post their updates and stuff. I think they should post some stuff on the Nexus, but yeah, whatever. Well,
sorry, in the meantime, I'm trying to set up my own stream, but from these huge projects, the one I'm really looking forward is Fallout 4 New Vegas, because I only played
hey, we're on.
Very little.
Yep. Servers are up 5 minutes early. Yeah. I'll just hop on.
So New Vegas, I didn't really play much, so I'm really looking for that project if it ever comes out.
Yeah, that one's a large.
That's very ambitious now that they're re-recording all the voices too.
Yeah, exactly.
At first, it was like, yeah, this is a really intense project to take on. Now they're doing voices.
So yeah, hopefully one day it will happen. I said when I released the big Industrial Revolution update that where we implemented the my controller's not working, of course. Oh, here we go. Where I actually might have some lag. So the one where we implemented the Helios 1, I've said many times I'll happily donate those assets over to Fallout 4 New Vegas, so they can kind of implement it there as well. All right, so this is my first time doing party stuff, so you guys are gonna have to teach me the way.
Really?
What? Yeah, I have not been playing much at all. I just haven't had time. The beta times have been terrible.
Yeah, it's true. All right, I'm in.
So like, how do I? Let's see here. So let's figure out how do I do anything?
Oh, I remember what we were doing yesterday.
You have a social menu, both in the main menu and from your map screen.
Okay.
And you should be able to see us if we get in each other's friend list on Xbox.
Yeah, see, I don't know if we did that. I think I sent.
I don't think so.
I thought I sent you a friend request, cdante, but maybe not. Let's check here. So far I see. Yeah, I have no friends. I do not play on Xbox much anymore, and I think I cleared out my friend list the last time I seriously played Xbox, just because it was people I did not want to play with any longer for various reasons. But anyway, that's personal. So I'm pretty sure I friended you, cdante. Cdante modding, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's him. Oh man, I'm already being attacked by ghouls.
Oh. All right. So
in the meantime, I started my own stream, and I'm trying to switch on my Xbox now. So you're saying it's already up? The beta is started.
Yep, I'm playing right now.
Well, that's probably why I don't see you yet. So I think if you join on Neeher and then I join on you, we should be good.
Yeah.
I'm sure as
soon as I get into the game, you should be seeing me.
All Right. All right. I'm going to handle all these survival silliness right now.
Oh, are you dying of thirst?
I am
seem to be
dying of all
doing
the
that a
things.
lot.
Yeah, I don't really pay. I'm not used to any of these. Like, I don't ever play survival mode. So I have, and I know this is like all the rage now in games to put eating and drinking, which I've got to imagine that's becoming tired to players. Like, I think that's like Fallout's got to be one of the like they're late to the party with the whole eating and drinking online mechanic. I think that's got to be becoming one of those nuisances where people are just tired of it because it's in like everything now. Like I just like all these games that are like all the. I was just watching some game that's like Subnautica in space, and they have it in there, and it's like,
Oh, yeah.
do we need that? I mean, it seems like busy work.
All right.
It's so funny walking around seeing all these assets that are clearly straight from Fallout 4.
Well, yeah, but I guess you gotta also imagine that. I guess if they're creating the same world, changing the assets or something so basic.
Right. I mean, I don't blame them. Like, these are perfectly good assets, but it's like, hey, I found Kingsport Lighthouse.
Yeah, yesterday we were just saying we found that water pump thing from the Grey Garden quest. Basically the same thing.
Hey, it's Ali. Thank you. I'm trying to start the game now.
All right, awesome. Once you get in. Oh, Alexa is telling me I need to take vitamins. Thank you. Let's see here. I'm just kind of wasting time, folks, in the game because I want to party up with these guys and just follow them around because I don't really care what I'm doing. I will tell you guys exactly the first thing. So I am already working on porting a feature over from 76 into Fallout 4. I'm almost done. It's going to go into Workshop Plus, and it's going to be the blueprinting feature in Workshop mode. So I've got it working as far as recording all of the data of one of your layers. And I just need to get some of the interface stuff worked out of like how you're actually going to place them down and whatnot.
Nice.
This feature, okay, there is a feature in this game, another one I found that I just found it yesterday that I really like, which is when you go up somewhere high and you look over certain edges, it lets you do, it's like you can survey the area and then it'll mark a bunch of locations on your map. I think that's really cool.
Yeah. Did that around a watchtower type of thing. Huh.
So yeah, blueprinting is absolutely coming to Fallout 4. And then I imagine once I finish in-game blueprinting and send the stuff over to cdante, he will make it better. Because Transfer Settlements is way better at that than anything I'm going to write up.
I was going to say that we should work on it together maybe, but you already done most of it. But what I was going to do is the same thing. I really like the way Fallout 76 is handling it UI-wise, like you select the items one by one, highlight them, and then blueprint them, and it saves it as a static collection, and that is really awesome and looks really good. But what I also wanted to do is be able to export it into an external file, so you can share these smaller blueprints or schematics or whatever we are going to call them on the Nexus, and others can install them to their own games, and they use them as the same way as Transfer Settlements blueprints.
Yeah, that's fantastic. It would also be nice just to be able to share them with your own other characters. So like my implementation is, because I'm not using F4SE, is just going to essentially record. What I'm doing is recording the data on an object that you keep in your inventory, and then you can place that in like a special blueprint container, and it comes up on a menu. So I'm literally just doing essentially mini city plans that you can create right in the game. And so mine are not going to be S-calls, so they're going to be a lot slower. But I am threading it out, so it's relatively quick. But your version, if you actually do you think it's possible? I mean, well, we know everything is possible with F4SE if you put enough time in. But so far, from what you've investigated, is it possible to create those static collection records in real time, like to where they're actually stored as an SCall and accessible in the
Well,
menu?
either create them, but failing that, I can set up like 50 or 100 of them as white cards and just change their attributes and get them enabled via global variables or something like that. So even if I can't be able to create them as new forms, I can do that instead, that I have blank static collections, a bunch of them, and you just save the data into those.
That's awesome. And then, yeah, and I think that's one of those things where you could probably arrange to set it up pretty quickly, where you could expand it as much as people wanted. So, like, if you start with 100 slots, it probably wouldn't be hard to add 500 slots to people who really are abusing the system.
Yeah, I mean, with X-edit scripts, there are a lot of things possible, so that's not a problem to always to make more, like 500, as you said.
Did you get into the game yet, cdante?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'm still not seeing you.
Joining you.
Did you see my friend request in there? On Xbox? I see you.
I'm actually in a game with you said, actually.
Let me see here. See if I can just do it right from the Xbox menu.
It's in the corner of the map.
All right. I don't know if that's
yeah, I can see your request now.
Okay, sweet.
And accepted it. Okay, now it stop streaming.
We broke your stream.
No, I mean the Xbox to PC stream.
Yeah, that's such a sweet feature. I just found out about that for this.
Yeah, it's awesome.
It's really nice.
So let's see. Well, in my social tab, I can only see Neeher.
Yeah, I don't see you in mine either. Way to go, Fallout.
But well, I try to restart the game then.
Apparently, I'm claiming the Gorge Junkyard Workshop now.
Hey, I know where that is.
Is there a better way on Xbox to start a game? I mean, restart a game other than start another game? And
yeah,
then start,
if you go to the home menu and click the start button on the Xbox app, there should be a close application option or close game or whatever.
I always learn something new about consoles.
The Xbox app? Yeah, I guess you could do that. Where are you guys?
I'm still trying to figure it out.
I'm still in the main menu.
Oh, okay.
We are clearly technology experts.
Absolutely. Hey, Gorshkov, and hey, it's Ellie. Welcome to the stream. I wanted to tweet this out as well, but first I'm trying to. Nope. Yeah. Still only see Neeher. So I could join him. I don't know, kinggath. Are you on the same server as Neeher?
I doubt it. Well, yeah. Why don't you join him, and then I'll try and join up you through the Xbox menu. We'll see if that works. Otherwise, I'll try and.
Okay.
It might have also been that I probably left Fallout 76 running for the past 3 days, so it might have not registered my new friends. So let me try that. I'll get out of this stuff.
I'm checking it as well. Oh, okay, I think I got what the problem was. I needed to accept your friend invite in the Xbox. Because I thought I was the one who sent you an invitation first, so but no. So should be good now.
It's kind of ironic that so far what I'm experiencing is that melee is the best way to play this game, and melee in Bethesda games is terrible. So there's something I'd like to see modded immediately. Let's get some. If melee combat's going to be the best way, let's make it good.
I'm currently running around with a fire axe.
Hey Madrox, welcome to the stream.
50 cal.
Yeah, on Tuesday I always ran out of ammo, and I was better off with a hatchet or an axe.
I just find that even if I'm pointing directly at something, that doesn't mean I'm going to hit it. And I know some of that's probably supposed to be RPG mechanics, but I thought they eliminated most of that starting with Fallout 4 of the whole where your right, of like wherever your cursor is, that's not necessarily where you're going to hit, because Fallout 4, I don't feel like that ever happens.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to try.
Fallout 3 weapon spread was pretty crazy.
Yeah, that was, I mean, it was unplayable to try and play that in actual first person without VATS. All right, so I'm going to try relaunching the game. I still don't see you in the in-game social menu.
Yeah, me neither.
All right, let's see here.
Says.
And this is why
online.
this is why 2 hours is not enough time. It's going to take us the first hour just to get into a party. Fix your game.
Right, I'm gonna get a drink. Be right back.
Yeah, in the meantime, I'm gonna tweet out my stream, I guess.
Sounds good. So, cdante, what are some of the features you've seen so far that you want to backport to Fallout 4? Because I think there's tons of stuff that's worth porting over.
Well,
like even if you weren't going to do it yourself, but like, what are some of the stuff you've seen in here where like, okay, that would be sweet to have in Fallout 4?
I have to think about, but all I can think of is one thing that I can talk about because someone is already working on it. But I don't know.
Because I know you've got an exhaustive list of things you're already working on, so I'm sure you don't have time to add any more to your docket. But
yeah, but I have to rewire my brain for Fallout 76 instead of thinking about Fallout 4 mods. But for example, the way the P-Boy filters quests. I really like that. I don't know if it's necessary for Fallout 4, but it's something definitely can be done for Fallout 4. Like the side quests are a different tab, the miscellaneous quests are a different tab, things like that.
Yeah, that's really handy. I also really like the fact that it marks the quest items in your inventory with an actual icon. Like that's super helpful.
Yeah, yeah.
That should be possible too, I would think. I mean, it would require a UI edit, but you know, we've got plenty of mods like DefUI already that could handle something like that.
Yeah. Hey, Madrox, thank you for the follow.
Yeah, I cannot. The friends thing is just not working. I just straight up don't see you guys in the game.
I don't know what's going on.
Try adding me, maybe.
I can't see you either. Hooray. Yeah, try Neeher.
So I can see cdante is in the main menu.
Yeah, I'm holding off because I don't know if I should join you. But maybe you should. You two should be friends on Xbox and try that because I don't know what's going on.
Can you invite him to the Xbox party? That'll just make it easier for me to find him.
Xbox party.
cdante, have you invite Neeher to it since you guys are already friended?
Join. Oh, I can't start a party. You guys in a party?
Yeah.
I think so, yeah.
That's my try. I understand the point of it.
See, Bethesda
I can
hasn't
invite you.
linked into. There's a feature in the Xbox thing called Invite Party to Game, where you guys can all just jump in and sing game together. And it's most online games support that. I don't know why they didn't set it up for 76. It makes it way easier. But yeah, I just saw Demanding posted something. So when we're talking about backporting features from 76, we're not talking about taking assets from 76 or anything, or using the engine features. We would code our own version or model our own versions of these things. So like, for example, the blueprint system I'm working on, obviously I can't take the exact feature from 76, so I'm just using, you know, what's possible in the Fallout 4 engine to pull it off in a different way. So it's not quite, it's not going to be, most of the stuff we implement isn't going to be exact, but you know, it'll be as close as we can get it.
If you play the 76 version, you'll get how to do this one.
Right. So there's not going to be any stealing assets or getting anybody in trouble with those. I did see Trainwiz posted one of the first 76 mods for Fallout 4, which is to add an AP cost to jumping. Because I don't know if you guys see on my screen right now, every time I jump, AP goes down, which actually is kind of cool, because that should stop people bunny hopping. That's actually a clever way to deal with that problem of players in PvP bouncing around like idiots. All right, so how are we doing on this party thing? Did you guys figure out how to join a party?
If you guys are in a party, I can join your party. You have to invite me to it.
I invited you, Neeher. I think I invited you to the party. And also the world that you're in. So I couldn't join that.
Sweet. All right, so now I can...
Yeah. Seems like I also could join the world of Neeher after all.
Yeah, okay, so I'm adding you as a friend, so you'll probably have to accept my friend request, and then hopefully I can see you in game, because I can't see cdante in game. And what's funny is, so there's this feature you're supposed to be able to just hit join game and have it join in. Come on, Bethesda. So that's going to be the first thing I tweet out at them to get fixed, because that's a real pain in the butt. Like, it's one of the nicer things about Xbox is being able to just set up a group chat and pop right into each other's games.
It's going to be a little bit different on Bethesda Net.
They don't even have social features, do they? I have no idea how you're going to do it through that.
There kind of is. It's a pain just to find the profile of somebody. Unless you just know the URL.
Alright, so I don't know if we're even going to be able to party. I still don't see you on there. So that's awful.
Let's see here. Really? I see you online. I could join you.
Oh, perfect. Well, then let's do that. Or can you send an invite?
Okay.
As long as you can see me, that's all we need.
Yeah, I can see you. I just don't... Yeah, I can only just go to your session. Alright, glad you said.
I can probably join you too after that.
Cool, yeah, I'm loading in.
Oh, and hey, Torald, thank you for the follow.
How does it actually work? Does it, do you just like pop in right next to me? Or do you just end up like at your spawn point in the same...
Wherever I was last, yeah.
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
First you join the same world, and then you can join the party, and then you can fast travel to the person.
Got it. So it's really a bunch of extra unnecessary steps.
It's like 3 steps, yeah.
A little bit.
Yeah. So there's a fix, another fix for Bethesda. I think it's just going to take them a little while to get used to the multiplayer format. There's a lot of quality of life things that can obviously been improved dramatically. Especially because this game, I don't know, it seems to exist in this weird space of like fighting with itself, because you kind of want immersion in the sense of like, you know, it makes sense you would pop in the same spot and you have to travel to your friend and everything. But this genre kind of wants things to, and even the whole game itself seems to be catered toward people being able to quickly do things. So like, for example, the fact that you can just change your character on the fly. Obviously, their target audience with that is people who just want this to be like an expressive thing. Like, it's kind of like the skins in Fortnite. Like, your character doesn't actually matter. It's just kind of an expression thing. And so like that, then that's so unimmersive. So then why are you clinging to immersive features like having to spawn in where you were? It's like, just put me on top of my buddies.
Yeah, exactly.
I guess they kind of modeled it after GTA 5. It's the same thing on there. You have to join the world, and then you join the, I guess, your friend, fast travel or whatever. What do they call it in that game?
So if you see me, you're going to have to do all the party invite stuff and everything. I don't see you at all.
I'm still loading.
Oh, God.
And I'm in the main menu because it again said that the word Neeher's in, it's full, so I'm queued up right now.
Okay.
Oh, well, I switched worlds, depending on when you...
This game is beautiful, and this music is fantastic. I will give them that.
Oh yeah, I really like the music.
But yeah, I've got one, like, I've started a short list of mods I want to see, like, what I'm going to be aiming for long term. Like, I like to do this whenever I play Bethesda game. It's like, just keep a list of all the things I want to see for the next, when I'm ready to do my full modded playthrough, of like all the things I'm hoping somebody does so that I don't have to. And one of the things on my list is kind of is against that feature that I just talked about with the being able to swap your character. I want to turn that off. I want to bring back barbershops and surgery centers and make those a cost if you want to use them. I would love that. That's something I would 100% be on any server I was running.
Yeah, I don't really like the being able to change your appearance at any time. It just doesn't feel right.
Oh, I leveled up. Let's see here. A new perk pack. How often do you get these perk packs? I feel like I keep getting them.
I get one like every level, I think.
Oh, that's cool.
Might be every other level. I'm not sure. I got 2 of them yesterday.
All right, here's another feature I don't like. I want to see modded is that you have to choose your. Oh no, you don't. You can exit out. Okay, awesome. I felt like I was forced to choose my perk point before I could see my cards that I had.
Oh yeah, no.
And you just have to back out of that. I really like the perk card system. I think that could easily be brought into Fallout 4. Well, not easily. Obviously, we need a whole new UI for it, which is always a pain in the butt, but... But it's much nicer than being locked down to that single sheet of things. Because that's always been a pain for modding, is it's hard to add in new perks just because the UI doesn't support it.
Yep. One thing I want to do is, I guess not me because it's not my field, but the map. I want that back in the Pip-Boy.
Even if it was just a tab to jump to. Yeah.
Well, I don't like the map at all because, you know, on the traditional, like, for example, Fallout 4, the map is, you know, like a topographical map with roads and freeways, railroad tracks. Whereas in this, you can look at the map and see what you're moving up on. Like on Tuesday, I looked at the map. We were like, let's go to the Greenbrier. I was like, I have no idea where that is. Looked at the map. Oh, it's right there. Let's run straight there. I didn't like that. There's like less exploration, I feel like, because of it. Less surprise when you get somewhere.
I've sent you a team invitation, Neeher.
You're in the game?
Yeah.
I
Finally.
gotta restart this game then.
Oh, are you still stuck this whole time? I said the loading shouldn't be that long.
Yeah,
No, I
on
just,
Tuesday. Infinite
I
level
also
speed.
tweeted out the stream and such.
Oh, that's unfortunate. So apparently... Oh, I guess that makes sense because I logged out of the say. So I spent caps to claim a workbench.
Yep.
And then when I logged out, I lost control of it. So like that kind of incentivizes you to just basically stay in the game as long as possible after you do that. Which I guess that makes sense. Like you would if you just permanently kept it while you were offline, that could be kind of weird. But yeah, see this whole eating and drinking thing. Like I think one of the things they're trying to do with this game is, you know, get some of that streaming audience because it's probably worth a lot of money because it's constant advertising. But doing things like managing your inventory in the Pip-Boy is so boring to watch. And you got to sit there and like eat food and water and stuff all the time. Like it's just
Yeah, it's
messes
like-
up the pacing of the game.
Failing to pick a lock or something. No one wants to see that.
Oh my god, the single Farragut had this fusion core on it.
Wow. You have a lot of good luck with ghouls, huh?
Getting all the new
That
Seems
suits.
like
key.
it.
How many do you need? 5, 6? Sure.
Something like that.
Alright, eventually we're gonna get into a party.
Can any of you invite me? Because it didn't work out the last time when I tried to invite Neeher.
Alright, I'm in. I made it.
Alright, do you see me on the map? That would be a big help.
Kinggath. Invite to team. Oh, I'm under attack.
Hey!
Is that a vertibird? Whoa, a vertibird. What?
Ooh, shoot it!
A vertibot. Interesting. No, there's like 3 of them. And they're all crashing through each other because they're ghosted.
Torald said in the chat that I can actually show you kinggath in the recent tab. And now I accepted your invite.
There we go.
Awesome.
Right. So guys, that only took us, what, 45 minutes to team up. Good game.
Yeah.
Alright, now let's see where you guys are. How does this thing work?
I'm
The
fast.
creamery.
I'm fast traveling to Neeher right now. From the map
vertebrates
in
are
the
over here.
social tab, you can. So kinggath, if you go to the map screen and hit RB for the social tab, under
Fast travel.
team, you
Yep,
can
found it.
fast travel
What in
to
the
any of
world?
us.
I see you can also fast travel each other's camps. That's actually really convenient because you could set it up
Yeah.
to where your camps are in different spots of the map to set up
And-
fast travel points.
And we can also use each other's camps.
That's very convenient.
What? The vertebrates are leaving.
Aw.
They just went over to this spot.
Are they the supply drop
I
ones?
shot up the place and left.
Have you guys found that the favorite system keeps breaking?
Favorite
So like
system?
you're supposed to be able to favorite multiple items and then toggle between them. And for me, my gun just keeps getting unequipped.
I never tried the favorite system. But I have to ask
Yeah,
who
really
flies the vertibirds. That's the important question. If there are no NPCs.
It's a vertibot, apparently.
Ah, okay.
I thought you were
Yeah,
asking
it's like tinted
if
windows.
we.
It's over
I thought you were
there.
asking if we find a vertibird, which one of us gets to fly it. So that was the question.
Yeah, they just moved over across this area, directly north.
All right, I'm gonna just follow you guys around since you've all been exploring before and probably have seen a lot more. So I have seen almost nothing except flatwoods over and over again.
All right, well, let's not go that way then. We know where to find a grafted monster if you want to fight that.
Sure, let's go pick a fight.
I have a bowler hat now.
Oh yeah.
I don't know why it's important, but
That's very important. Good
Okay.
cosmetic items are very important. That's why they sell them.
yeah, fair point.
Why don't
So are
we?
we going
That's,
to?
So first thing we're gonna port, guys, we're gonna port the Atom Store over to Fallout 4, and you can
Our own
send,
personal.
send all of your monies to the 3 of us for our new Atom Store.
Like you're gonna set up a web shop and then we implement a UI for that in the game.
No, that would be selling mods. We're not allowed to do that. This would be an Atom Store. That's allowed.
Ah, okay.
It's different.
Sell the exact same items that appear in the Atom Store in Fallout 76, but within Fallout 4. So are we going now to a location where there's a Grafton monster?
Sure, unless you want to do something different.
I kind of want to follow that smoke over there. Oh, you know what I really want to
I
do,
was
and I
just
don't know if you
looking
guys
at
have
it,
already
yeah.
done it, is that there's a picture of this giant combine machine in one of the
Oh, yeah.
trailer videos. I would love to find that thing. It looked awesome.
Well, let's look at the map. Let's see if it's there.
Oh, this is a cool little nuclear reactor. I'm surprised it's still up and running.
Like
Oh yeah, I think it's
desert
directly
area.
south of us. We're actually headed toward that big machine. It's that big red and blue thing down in
Yep,
the dark
that's
area
it.
of the map.
You see why I don't like this map? I want to know where everything's at.
Wow, the sound is so delayed on my stream. I'm just now hearing all of your guys' gunshots after everybody's dead.
Oh, you're watching the stream while you're...
No, just like the sound is just super delayed for me.
Ah, okay.
I think it's just network lag.
I mean, I'm watching my stream on my laptop, but it's muted. Just watching it for the chat.
I have the kinggath pop-out chat for his stream running.
You guys are doing
Okay,
better than I
that's
am.
fine.
I get so distracted when I try and follow chat, so I tend to
You
keep,
got moderators.
I have a separate page up with super chat, so I can try and get to those. Cause, yeah, I'm just hearing like non-stop gunshots. Is that one of you
Yeah,
guys?
what is that?
Yeah, I'm wondering.
We've gotta go-
I don't
we've
even
gotta
know if it's a
ghost.
gunshot. It sounds like a banging on metal.
Maybe we found Fallout 76 hammer markers, and there's just like Sturgis is around here somewhere, pounding
them
away.
around. Some invisible NPC using them.
I checked, but I don't have any streams open on my machine. My
There it is again.
that
Do you think it's this thing here?
I think it's a glitch. Maybe we should fast rust somewhere else.
That's really obnoxious. I thought
Yes,
for
it
sure
is.
you guys were shooting.
By the way, Unoctium messaged us on Discord that
Oh,
he will join us around
halfway through.
half an hour from now. Yeah.
What in God's name is that?
I have no idea. We, cdante and I have been over here several times. I've never heard this.
I wonder if we've got like some bug where some player is ghosting us and just like messing with just shooting near us. Because that's a glitch I've seen in other multiplayer games where somebody will be in your game and they'll be invisible.
Attack by night. G-Grab is interested to see how far you can zoom out in third-person mode.
Let's find out. Not very far.
That's really annoying.
I feel like I've already tuned it out in my head. Alright, that one caught me by surprise.
Any of you guys have
be
any
fine.
sort of drinks, like, I don't know, dirty water or something?
Yeah, look, there's a stream right here. Come over here. Drink up.
Not a
Rad.
pond having water moving.
Should we try jumping servers to see if that sound stops?
Yeah, I'll go find a new server.
Let's do that.
Uh-oh. Am I being attacked by a grafted monster?
Yeah, I can see that.
No, just a little liberator. That's cool.
Anyways. Yeah, I saw its projectile sludge throw thing.
Yeah, it's up here somewhere.
I actually really like the, and I think this is actually a feature of Horizon. It is the diluted stim packs and super stim packs, like all the variety.
Yeah, I like
That's
that.
That's a nice feature to spread the game out. And I also really like that you actually have to use pipe pistols for a while. Like in Fallout 4, you just don't have to use them at all. You're immediately handed a 10mm, so you can ignore the entire pipe pistol mechanic.
Yeah, pretty much. I don't really do pipe pistols until this game.
Did that sound stopped?
I think it might have. It was Neeher's fault.
Yeah.
Did
I
it-
was
did
just
it
gonna
actually
say.
stop? I'll join back.
Okay,
Nope, there it goes. There it is. Don't join back.
still have it.
Is it too late? Did you already join back?
Nope, nope.
Okay. Are you in a new game? Should we pop over to you?
Not yet.
Okay.
Still loading. I can't wait for the PC version. It's gonna be amazing. Tuesday.
The sound is so ridiculous. Do you still hear it, Neeher? Like, are you only hearing it
Oh
through
yeah,
our
I should probably
headphones?
find that out. Let's see, I'm in the right area.
I'm double checking, but I really don't
Whoa.
have any.
There's a guy in a spacesuit right next to me. I don't hear anything.
Okay, so it must be, it's this server. It's just
Yeah.
screwy.
Let's see here.
Oh, I think I've
There's a
gotta
few
kill
guys
some
next
torch.
to me. Ooh, ammo.
Oh, and of course I can't see you on my friend list anymore, so that's awesome.
You mean me?
Neeher, who has escaped for us into another. But I'm gonna just
Are you guys
quit out
loading?
into the main menu and see if that helps.
Check if I can see you now. Nope. Still all in Neeher.
Looks like my gun's gonna break again.
Okay. I'm trying to join Neeher now.
It shows Neeher
I ran over
offline
here.
for me. So
Interesting.
Chat, enjoy the broken game. It's a little buggy.
Torald says in the chat that the shots are SOS in Morse code.
If that's true, then we kind of screwed them over. Oh, I'm over encumbered again, I think. So my armor's breaking. Yeah.
Now, have you guys seen this picture ID thing? Does it update your levels? Mine always shows level 1. Am I supposed to pick a new picture ID card if I want to?
Oh, yeah, that's just the screenshot as a whole. So it just makes it as a new loading screen.
Got it.
I don't really know the point why they put level
Actually-
1 there.
Yeah, that's kind of weird. I think the load screen screenshots is a cool idea. That could actually be a fun feature in Fallout 4.
Yeah.
It'd be difficult.
Yeah, I heard, so there's somebody who just put out a mod with a bunch of new load screens. It was on Hot Files the other day. And one of the things they had in their future list was a way to do a bunch of 2D things, like a bunch of 2D loading screens instead. So I assume there must be a way to get screenshots in there somehow.
Neeher, I invited you to a team, and there's a Grafton monster here as well. And the player is another player is already fighting it.
Yeah, I saw those guys earlier.
I check if I can see kinggath.
Yeah, I don't see either of you guys. So
Really?
I think
See you
I don't know what's going on, but I'm heading for the big combine thing, so because I want to see it in person.
Yeah, I can't see you
You
either.
still hear the hammer thing?
No, I guess at least that's gone.
Alright, I think you should probably quit to the main menu and then maybe you'll be able to rejoin us.
Yeah, that's what I had. That's what I just did. I got into a new world. So the sound stopped, so that's a positive. But I still don't see you guys.
Well, I'm afraid if that's all fixed, we can just head over there since I see you online. Oh, wait. What? Game's confused. It says invite the team, but you're not here. Oh, now it says join.
Meanwhile, the Grafton monster is dead.
Oh, well, before... Well, I won't get any loot because I didn't help on that.
Have you guys found it pretty easy to cheese enemies? I find like it's about 30% of my fights I don't take any damage, which is an interesting bug.
Ah, your world is full.
So one of the things they had said in marketing that I thought was a really good idea was that they said they had it set up so where the cap was 24, but it was there was actually a secret cap of 32, so that people could join their friends more easily without having to wait in line to do it. Which seems like a good idea. It seems like something all multiplayer games should adapt if they're going to have server caps.
That'd be nice. But,
24. 24 seems
kind
really
of,
few.
yeah.
Especially if we want to play 3 or 4 of us on the same server.
Yeah, I mean, I get what they're going for is they want to keep that feeling like you're isolated and everything. That's pretty important to Fallout. It also probably makes it a lot easier to manage. Like they're taking this game engine that was designed for single player, jury-rigging it to work multiplayer. I'm sure that having tiny server loads is going to help them a lot performance-wise. Like that's probably one of those. It feels like it could have been a spin thing where it's just like. Oh, we're capping at 24 for immersion, and in reality, it's just their game engine can't handle more than that.
Yeah, that'd be funny.
Okay, I'm getting so I can tell they're already doing a good job of the Fallout feel because I had a mission, and I let myself get distracted because I saw something to play with. So that's a good sign. I saw one of those, you know, those radio towers they have in. Fallout 4 that you can click them and the tower actually goes up. Yeah, I found one of those. I'm also finding it is not hard to kill enemies that are 15 levels higher than me, which that doesn't seem like it's by design.
Yeah, I wasn't really a fan of that. We were just killing Grafton monsters left and right yesterday.
I found the laser rifle.
Ooh.
Look at this monster.
But I cannot find water. So I have to drink dirty water again. Thank God I have some red away.
I'm under attack by the mole people. Oh, there we go. I got wrecked. Those things are cool looking. They look like something out of Star Wars.
Yeah, still can't join you.
I can also collect dirty water from any kind of
you have to have. I think you have to have empty bottles, right? That's how that mechanic works.
I guess. At least it worked like that in Fallout 4.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think that's how it works, and you can. So one of the cool things they did with the workbenches, and I don't know how we would do. Maybe you know how we could do this, cdante. I would love to see the default workbenches have the same feature in Fallout 4 as in 76, where you just use a different button to go to the modify versus create screen. I think that was a really cool feature. Like instead of having to have you know, a mod like AWKCR in order to build weapons.
I'm sorry, I was distracted because I was almost died of radiation.
Ooh.
Can you repeat the question?
I said, can you think of a way we could set it up so that the same workbench could be used for crafting and modifying in Fallout 4? Because right now, you have to have separate workbenches for that because they use a different workbench type. But I'm wondering if there's a way we could set up the workbenches in Fallout 4 to work the same way they do in 76, where you push, you know, X to do, or activate to do one, and then you alternate activate to do the other. Yeah,
that's actually a cool idea for Fallout 4. I believe it's possible that you have to change vanilla scripts for that, but maybe it's doable without that even.
So for me, since I always try and do things without F4SE, my thought is to spawn a second workbench that's invisible right at that same spot, and then add an alternate activator that actually just triggers that reference instead, so that you technically have one of each sitting there.
Yeah,
but I think I think you'd still have to have you just flip them back and forth. I think you would still have to have something like AWKCR though for the construction records. So, and I think a lot of people enjoy having a ton of workbenches. I just think it would be convenient to have to build less stuff each time you start a player home.
Yeah. Now I'm in a team with Neeher, I guess.
Alright, I'll try and join you guys in a second here. The balance in this game is so bizarre. Like, I'm killing off random guys that are way higher level than me without problem, and then all of a sudden I'll be taking, you know, little tips of damage from people, and then all of a sudden they just one-shot me from near full health.
Yeah, especially we had some trouble with Super Mutant yesterday. When it's one or two, that's fine, but when they gang up on you, like 4 or 5 of them, that's rough. How do you guys like this effect when you pick up something and the shadow of that item remains there for a second still?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Well, if you pick up a world object that's like a Nuka-Cola, when you pick it up, it leaves behind this shadow effect. As soon as you look away, it's gone.
Really? Let me try that.
Can't tell if it's a feature or a bug.
Oh, yeah, I see what you're talking about. Yeah, it looks like the lighting shadow takes a moment to catch up.
It's either that or it's intentional. I have no idea.
That seems like an oversight.
No, I think it's intentional, but it's an interesting design choice anyway.
I feel like they should put that on a loading screen or something.
Let's see here. Yeah, you guys still are invisible to me, so.
Let me check.
Yeah, I can see them online, but I can't join your game because it's full.
That's all right. We're scoping out some interesting stuff here. So there's another mechanic that I've mentioned before. I'm gonna put in directly into Sim Settlements in a future update. Is I want to build the nuclear silo and make it functional in Fallout 4.
Ooh.
So that you can actually collect nuke codes in Fallout 4 and periodically launch a nuke. Or I might not even bother with the nuke codes. It might just be you have to, you know, invest a certain number of resources. I gotta lock it down somehow because you know, it's pretty powerful to just be able to drop a nuke in and wipe out a whole area of enemies. But I think
that
would
would be
look really sweet.
Yeah, you could use the Institute nuke animation.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I've seen that used by some other mods too. It looks pretty good wherever you put it.
By the way, kinggath, I can see you as offline, and
really?
I could add you again as friend. Actually, I can add you as friend over and over. I don't know if you can see anything about
Yeah, I saw the re-add as friend thing, but I don't know what I'm supposed to do with that because you're already on my friends list.
I think the main problem is that the game shows you offline for me, which is probably a bug.
Yeah, I think the game's just not correctly integrated into the Xbox Live system. Either it's
Are
not
you in a
integrated
game
correctly,
right now?
or there's something wrong. Yeah, I'm headed toward the thing we talked about. I'm almost there.
Oh wow.
But on a different server, right?
Yeah. On a different server.
Harbinger attack. Yeah. Oh, those just came out of nowhere.
Now, have either of you guys ever modded for a multiplayer game?
No.
I started with Fallout 4.
It's a whole different animal. It's going to be very interesting to see how people respond to learning how to script multiplayer, because it's quite a bit different when you've got to deal with syncing code and stuff. And I was having this conversation with somebody the other day that I think that's probably one of the other reasons that they're delaying private servers, is that they're going to have to figure out what stuff they want to expose for mod authors to be able to actually script, because they're going to have to come up with some sort of interface for the network code, because I'm sure they don't want modders to have to write their own network handlers. So they're going to have some sort of figure out what's safe to enable them to pass between, like what stuff can we pass between players and all that kind of thing. Like that's going to be a big challenge.
I just like to think of for modding 76, what I want to do is create a quest, something more interesting. And I think it'd be really cool to make a quest based off of, instead of following and controlling one person, like
imagine adding your workspace to Fallout 76.
Yeah, I think I would definitely be interested
enough
in getting involved in a mod to fill this place with NPCs, because I don't understand that design decision at all, except for it allows you can kind of develop content quicker with a group, because then you don't have to have as much coordination if there's not, because NPCs, once you introduce branching dialogue, like then it has to, you end up with a situation where you've got to deal with a lot more loose ends potentially, and more people are involved. Like with all the holotapes and notes, you can just have people like you, Neeher, who just can go through and make little mini quests, and they don't need they don't need much approval. They don't need to interact much. Like they don't need you can kind of streamline the process of quest design if there's no interactive NPCs.
All right.
Yeah, what's up? Dungeon style.
Hey, Rich.
But that doesn't sound. That does not sound good to me as far as a player goes. Like if that. Oh wow, this thing is sweet. If that really was their intention, if they're just trying to make it so that it's easier for them to build quests, like that to me is not a good reason to ditch NPCs. That's a financial reason to ditch NPCs.
Yeah. I wonder if you are joinable yet.
All right, I got a pack rat card. Now we're talking.
Oh, here. Shit.
Try another. Join. I really want to see that thing, but I don't want to run all the way over there.
Did I just hear unoctium?
Yeah.
Hey, welcome.
Alright, I can't seem to log in. This might be very short.
We are still trying to play in the same
Yeah, this
theme.
whole time we're
Since
up on
the
an hour now.
started.
Still haven't partied up successfully, except for we did once, and then the game bugged out and started playing gunfire sounds constantly.
Yeah.
Very, very
No
exciting.
matter where we went.
Alright.
That thing is this thing is massive. My God.
Apparently, I'm joining your game.
Oh, ooh, here we go.
Apparently.
Well, I hope so, because this is a workshop over here that we can claim. So
Really?
hopefully that makes the combine
Doesn't
turn
that
on.
thing move? Yeah. I remember in the trailer it spins up.
Yeah, don't forget it's just standing still. So I'm hoping like once I claim the
Ooh,
workshop,
I made it.
that'll happen. Oh no!
I made it.
My machete
Oh,
broke.
my camp's gone. Oh no, my camp is here. Look at that. All my stuff is slowly fading in.
All right, here's a question: can you move your camp into? Yes, you can. Into a workshop.
Into a workshop?
Yes.
One of
Yes.
the workshop areas, yeah.
Also, if you blueprint
There
stuff,
you go. Invited.
then you can build that blueprint at workshops as well.
Yeah, I haven't done any of the. I did blueprinting once just to see how it worked, and so I could start building it in Fallout 4. And I'm not gonna be able to implement it exactly how they did it. They have a lot of. I mean, they have the ability to dynamically create S-calls. Like we do not have that in Fallout 4.
I invited you to the team.
Oh, fantastic! I'm fixing my weapons and stuff here, and then I'll accept that.
Are you guys on the same server right now?
Oh, I leveled up. Yeah. Let's advise my team. I'm gonna fast travel over there.
Okay, here's a fun bug. Oh, there it goes. So I tried to use one of my workbenches. Oh God, what was that? Tried to use one of my
I don't know,
workbenches.
but I heard it as well.
Oh,
Must
it
be a
declined the
thing.
Steam
Sounded like
invitation.
8-bit. Oh, I'll send
It
it.
must time out. That's probably a good thing.
Back to team.
That's interesting.
Accept team invite. Here we go.
Now we're talking. Wow, you are all the way over there.
I made it, guys.
Fast travel for free. And I can fast travel to your camp too. Look at that.
So I'm trying to join your server then. Rich, do you have the Xbox gamer tag of any of us?
Yeah,
Or-
bad unoctium. I can't log in though.
Yeah, the word is full. I mean,
Aw.
I have to wait.
I mean, I
guess.
can't log in at all. It's fine.
Oh, somebody points out that this is a big giant mining machine. I keep calling it a combine for some reason. Just making stuff up, calling it what I want to call it. There's a. I can't tell if there's another player around.
Whoa,
or
this
these
place is
NPCs
very
are
different.
Fighting each other.
Yeah, there's no one else here.
Have you guys run into NPC factions battling each other?
Yeah, I've seen super mutants killing super mutants. Ooh,
Also, Robert,
don't want to fall in that. Whoa, we just got one shot. Saw
One
that.
shot by the mole people.
Mole Miner Rock Breaker? What the hell is that?
They're pretty crazy looking. They actually look like the what are those people? The guys from Mass Effect, the Volus, is that what they're called? The little short, fat guys that breathe through masks.
Alright, I'm gonna get some distance.
Yeah, I'm gonna put a gun on. Maybe that'll help instead of trying to walk up and hack everybody in my light leather armor. I just want to see this thing turned on. It looked amazing in the trailer. I assume we have to take over the workbench to do that, but it seems to be guarded by some big nasty guys.
Yep.
But given that
Hey,
there's
you made
little
it.
to no penalty in death, it doesn't seem. It seems fine
I
to
know.
just charge in there, and like just let the other, and then get some damage in, let the next person take over. Yeah, see, they still have their damage on them from when I hit them. So I assume that if I just keep playing bait and just keep running in and dying, you can keep getting pot shots on them, and it'll be fine. We'll chip them away.
Gosh, please. Right. There we go. I'm down.
Can you
Oh,
guys
yeah.
hear me?
Game crashed.
Your game crashed?
Game crashed. Crashed to desktop back in Fallout 76.
My internet was down for like 10 seconds, but I have to restart my stream, I guess.
Uh-oh. I'm all alone now. They got shotguns. They got a pretty decent loot on them.
So I think seeing how, we're not running into any other players now. It's just us. Right now, this feels very much like Fallout co-op, which is cool. Because that's kind of, I think, what most of us wanted to see. Like, it's such a turn, like the idea of it being more like an MMO is such a turn off to me. But this right now, the way we're playing actually feels like Fallout co-op, which I like.
These guys have a lot of shotgun ammo.
Yeah, I think I just picked up a pump action from somebody. I gotta look in my inventory to see if I can even use it. The whole level capping of weapons is not cool. That needs to go. That's happening on my server. No more level cap on weapons. You'll just have reduced effectiveness or something. Bring back skill trees, please. I mean, that's how they could solve that, right? Bring back the Fallout 3 skill system. And then you can use any weapons you want early and just make it so that you just you could divvy up the weapons more or something.
What's your guys' thoughts on the weapon conditioning and armor conditioning?
I love it. I missed that from Fallout 3. I know there was somebody working on it for Fallout 4. I don't know if that ever got released. But yeah, I enjoy it just so that you have a reason. Because like right now in the game, the only reason to collect all the junk is for the settlement system. And it doesn't take long before you don't need to do that anymore, where you just virtually have infinite. And then it makes it so you don't need to collect. So like I find after I'm like level 20 or so in Fallout 4, I don't have to collect any armor or weapons unless they're legendaries. And I really appreciate, I think that's one of the cool things Bethesda does with these games is kind of encourages you to pack rat, and then it makes the like carry weight mechanic an actual mechanic, whereas if you just at a point you just give up on looting most things, that kind of eliminates that. And having to need scrap for everything to me seems like a great way to encourage constant looting.
Oh, you're here.
I made it.
Made it back, and I cleared all these enemies outside.
All right, have you found the actual workbench we can claim yet?
No, I just know there's more enemies on the inside of this thing.
Ah, got it. Okay, well, I'll come up.
It's cool. You can actually go inside it.
Because I think we have to clear the enemies before we can claim the workbench anyway, wherever it might exist.
You can see this is the high-tech architecture in Fallout 4.
Let's see here. Hey, here we go. Pump action shotgun.
Let's see, I picked up something else. I'm not sure what it was. Let's see here. Guess not. Oh, that ticking sound you hear? That's the workbench, by the way.
The beeping?
Yeah.
Oh, really? So we're getting closer to it. So it must be in here.
All these... Oh, nice water.
It's very shitty right now.
Oh, I see a guy. Found one. Oh, that's right. We got a hide mechanic. I forgot about that.
Oh boy. Ooh, I just got one shot in there.
Alright, I'll use that opportunity to run away. Run away! Brave Sir Robin ran away.
To respond to your camp, I guess?
Yeah, I've got a camp right inside of here, so it should be no problem. Alright, let's see if we got any grenades, because that seems useful. Oh, and we also got, let's do some frag mining. That seems like a good way to handle these fat bastards. Whoa!
Alright. I spawned in a stash. Okay, there we go. running.
Okay, so they definitely seem to have like MMO style mechanics of if you try and train them out, they turn around and run away.
Huh.
Or maybe not. Maybe they found you. Maybe they're they just
I'm right
see
next to you.
I can't find them anymore. They're gone.
Oh, I guess we won then. Oh, I think I hear them up top.
Mic check. Can you hear me?
Can hear you.
Yep.
Okay.
Unless you're talking to your stream.
I had my internet down for 2 times, but now I'm trying to join your server. Although the world is full right now.
Yeah, me too. It's queued for me as well. So.
So we are fighting for the same world.
Pretty
So,
much.
so
Yeah.
that seems like a feature request immediately for Bethesda of let us play in our own world and then queue up to join our friend's world whenever it's ready.
Yeah. Well, I think it's going to throw me and cdante into a cell. We'll have to knife fight for our position.
Seems like a good feature.
Yeah, that's a cool idea.
There's 3 buttons. Which one did you press?
3? Oh, that's weird. It went to a load screen. I did not anticipate that.
I can't. You're still technically standing in front of it. Oh, there we go.
What is happening?
It's like, oh, you click this? Game.getPlayer. Move to.
So, I mean, if the world's full, that must mean like there's only a 12-player cap effectively for each world.
Yeah, 24, I guess.
Yeah.
That's definitely small. But I had read they were going to make it... Oh, this looks so awesome from up here.
What happened?
I had heard they were going to make it so that there were extra slots available for friends,
Whoa.
so that people could join on Bethesda games. This looks like something out of World of Warcraft, like all their lava
Photo
zones.
mode, go.
Yeah, no doubt. This looks awesome from up here. It's a shame I don't understand how the mechanic works to trigger the observe thing or whatever it is, where you can.
Well, from what
discover new
I've done it
locations.
once. It was more of like you walk out somewhere high up and then there was an activate button.
Yeah, but it didn't appear
Activate
there.
a
And,
trigger.
like that would have been an awesome spot to do that. So I went to the second floor. There doesn't seem to be anything here. This seems like a waste of space.
Kind of like the third one.
This is
Right.
this is what Juicehead was complaining about in his one of his videos, was that you go find all these
Yeah,
cool
fucking
things
space
and
station.
there's nothing special there. And it's like, really? Like, this is one of the coolest props I've seen in a Bethesda
I
game,
know,
and it's
Put
there's
so
nothing
much
here.
work into this, and there's
Right.
actually like totally new assets in this. All we know is that it can spin, and there's a workbench.
Yeah, well, we're gonna find this workbench eventually. What's weird is when I was in, and maybe this is just me not understanding how to use the map, but when I was at the one I claimed earlier, it was on the map. Like, there's a marker showing me exactly where I needed to go to claim the workbench. Yeah, and there kind of one is. See, I think there is one here too. I just
All right, I
Not
need to go
having any luck finding
find that
here it is.
beeping. Oh, okay.
There's cannot be claimed. There's enemies nearby, so we gotta find. Okay, well here's the
What's
enemies.
the point of workbench all the way up here? Oh yeah, there's a guy right there.
Can you guys kill someone over and over so he
Grief
just
him.
gets annoyed and finds another server?
What? He's falling in slow motion. Miner suit scrap. What's the point
Oh,
of that?
guy snuck up behind us there.
I mean, you guys could always join our empty world. No, really, no mates world.
Yeah, join us in the main menu.
Can we do that?
Yeah, you can join our worlds, which probably might be empty, but ours might be full.
Oh, I have to kill everyone again.
Hey, can you move? Well, let me see if I can move my camp up here on this platform, because then we can all jump to our camp and take this workshop.
Mine says no. Oh, there's a mine right here. Watch out for that.
Oh, that was my mine. I put that down.
Oh yeah, I was like, it's not blowing up.
Okay. Well, at least we know where the workbench is now, so we can just teleport to my camp and then try and take it on. See what it does.
Yeah. So let's go back to the main menu. Get in a squad or whatever ahead of time.
You mean build a team in the main menu and
Yeah.
Yeah, and then hopefully we
makes
all join
sense.
the world and we will all be in the same world, theoretically.
okay. I just restarted the game, so
Okay.
Yeah, I don't see a way of doing that. This
I've
plan.
invited you to a team kinggath. Though I'm not friends with any of you. I'll probably just add you
Yeah,
guys.
yeah, I got your invite.
All right.
You have joined a
Nice.
team. Okay, so let me join a team. How about the rest of you guys?
Interesting.
I'm signing in. Okay, let me see.
Try and add you, cdante. Just 1 second.
I can
I
add cdante. I can't. Yeah.
can you invite me?
Yeah, 1 sec. Just
Kinggath probably still can't see anyone.
find someone.
I can only see an option to invite Neeher.
All right, I'm gonna add you as a friend.
Yeah, same here.
Submit. All right, you should see me now, cdante.
You would see, you would think, but I added Kinggath as well as friend, and he doesn't show up on my list.
So this game has some serious UI problems. Like right now, it's telling me I can invite people to the team, but it doesn't actually respond when I click it. So I assume it's because Unoctium is the party leader, so only he can do it. And then my join game world just says waiting, but it doesn't explain why I have to wait. This is just some
Waiting.
serious UI problems here in this game.
Try and invite Neeher. It's just Neeher, yeah.
It's ITS Neeher.
ITS Neeher.
I invited you, Neeher. I don't know what that's gonna
It's Neeher.
do.
Has any of you guys played Destiny?
No, I played it
No.
briefly once.
So it
Yeah,
has. So they're copying some features from there, like the events, and from my experience playing Destiny, is like the events were fun, like one time, and then after
Right,
that you just
children, right?
you just started ignoring them, and it's a shame that they're using such like big areas to do these events, because then it's like what a waste of a space. But I guess at the same time, if they didn't do that, it would be a waste of the space in the sense that you already visited it, so you have no reason to come back to it.
Right.
You see me on your list now?
Not yet.
You're on mine.
Okay. Social.
I can't believe that they don't have this basic thing figured out of setting up a party and joining the game together. Like, that seems to be a pretty big thing to not have figured out.
Yeah.
Especially on the console that's supposed to be your early access people. Like you're putting all your eggs in this basket, and yet you don't have team mechanics figured out.
Yeah. Well, there's a bunch of days there where they weren't, like 4 days where they weren't playing Xbox, so it was like kind of ruins the whole exclusiveness.
Yeah, it was pretty dumb.
Because we were just starting to get something fun going there, killing mole people, taking on a workbench.
All right.
See if I'm gonna jump in kinggath and if you guys can. Or please stand by. Oh, have you got?
Oh, there you go. Now it says play with team. Okay. Finally, something good popped up.
Neeher, can you invite me? Because I invited you and it said that you declined my invitation. Then it showed that you're offline, and then it shows that you're online again.
Currently in a loading screen.
Consoles, the future.
Should be able to. Oh, nice! It's showing that screenshot from on top of the mining. What is the actual name for this thing?
It's some sort of mining equipment. Yeah, does it have a location yet? Like a location marker you can mouse over?
I don't think so.
Okay, so it spawned. Okay, I'm in party with unoctium. It spawned me at my workbench.
Giant mining
or my
machine.
camp.
Bagger 288 excavator.
Excavator. All right.
Yeah.
Any of you have any idea how
In the
teams
game.
and friend lists will work on PC on Bethesda?
Sorry.
No,
Alright,
I was wondering
cdante,
about
join
that
me.
myself. You would think that they would have introduced the friend feature by now into the Bethesda launcher if that's what they were gonna do.
In the launcher, yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, I made it. I'm here.
That's right. Good, good.
All right, but you're
Okay,
not on the
can't
team.
do this.
At least not on my UI.
Yeah, not yet.
Alright, let me
Okay,
try and add you. I would have to add you in my team, so. Yeah, I see you right in front of me. Right. Go. What?
She'll just like hold A.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Invite team.
Oh, okay. There we
Hey,
go.
there we go. 3
Hey,
down.
look.
We just need
Rad
some
storm or
cdante.
something coming in.
I'm restarting the game now.
Nice welcome, Matt.
All right, ready to go take
Oh,
on
there's
some
a
old
ghoul
people?
coming for you.
Alright, I think I'm ready with my very low level weapons.
Alright. Mining time again.
Unoctium, have you had much chance to play this yet?
Yeah,
It's
I've
level
been
8.
in most of the betas, but obviously. Oh, I have a higher level than you. Okay.
So what are your thoughts on what of this stuff is good enough to bring over to Fallout 4? Like, have you and Dogtooth been working on porting any of the models over, or your own versions?
No. I mean, we've talked about, like, we can't extract anything from the BA2s, unfortunately, right now. But I'm sure that's just a few weeks away.
Yeah, but DT can model up something from scratch in a couple hours.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Oh shit! What the
Guys,
hell?
guys, sorry to interrupt, but it seems like I could join your game
Yeah, try the game.
through Neeher. I mean the
What?
word wasn't full.
Oh, nice. You blew up these guys and they fell down here.
Got him. Where's the shooting coming from?
Yeah. I'm wondering if it's an NPC because the damage is really low. But I mean, not a player.
Oh, yeah. I don't see anyone on the map near us unless they're sneaking. But if we got hit, it would pop up in the top left corner.
Yeah.
I can fast travel to Neeher,
Wait,
but
what
I
is that?
guess you have to invite me in your party.
Yeah, I'm doing that right now.
You have to basically encounter me and then I can add you.
Oh Jesus!
Uh-oh. There we
Oh
go.
my god, I can't believe it.
We're all here. Yeah, the server's gonna crash soon, so
How much
Hurry,
time do we
get some
have
kills.
left?
I think we got 40 minutes left.
Like-
I just got wrecked. It turns out these mole people all have shotguns, so if you walk up close to them, it's just one shot. So don't do that.
Okay, that's good. Yeah, I did hear your idea earlier about nukes in Vault form.
I'm
Yeah,
at the
I think
workbench.
That can absolutely happen.
Yeah, wouldn't you have to change the cell? Is there a way to do that in Vault form?
Well,
Do it?
I would fake it. So that's how I do most advanced things in Fallout 4 is just fake it. So it would be like, for example, if you're launching it, like you're gonna. I mean, it's gonna be similar to how you do like artillery and whatnot. So there's no. I mean, I guess theoretically, I could do like a camera view where you go.
Oh my god. This guy's launching missiles at me.
What?
What? Point blank. Just missiles flying past my head.
Okay, I've read the high level. Fuck.
There's literally no penalty for this. You can just keep jumping back to my camp.
Yep.
Run back in.
I know.
I mean, I'm sure there's just mountains of scrap bags sitting up there, but
Just to know there was a mole person who could take a shotgun shell to the face and get like 3% off his health.
I mean, these guys are like double our level, so they should be a little more powerful. But yeah, so for the nuke thing, essentially, it only needs to spawn into the player's cell like when it's finally ready to land, because the player's never going to be anywhere near to see. You know what I mean? Because it's single player, so it's not like it needs to be shown to other players.
But all it's there's stuff like nav mesh changes and static changes and stuff like that. You know, I'm just curious if the engine can handle that, because obviously the engine's changed a little bit, quite a bit.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go.
I think I've cleared the area. We're on the workbench.
Okay, fuck. And so we lost the junk now.
Oh! I found the guy. He's level 30.
Oh,
I am
is
so
he
dead.
the boss?
Yep.
Oh, there's the guy with the. Hey, he's got the what do you call it?
Oh, that hurt.
The rocket.
Yes. He's got this like semi-auto RPG.
Has he got a different model?
Oh,
He's dead.
nice. Teamwork. 100 XP for that.
Hey, I got a missile launcher that I can't use.
Oh,
Level
yeah.
20.
Right here.
Let's scrap that bad boy. Actually, we're gonna just drop it on the ground.
Okay. Can we activate the bench now?
Let's find out.
There's still one guy.
Still enemies. Okay. There might be more than that too, because somebody started an event. Said we have to clear all the enemies from here. So I think that. Oh, that's the Claim Workshop event. Okay, cool. So I think it'll update as soon as they're all dead.
I'm going to.
Can any of you revive me?
Yeah, I died
next-
right beside you.
Yeah.
You can't do the
Also-
whole going into the pit boy and using the stem back anymore.
The right directional pad is hotkey to Stimpaks, and I don't think you can even change it.
Oh.
Playing a dangerous game up here. Oh yeah. we get cdante? Is he alive? No?
No, he's dead.
Darn.
You guys notice the lighting effects in this game?
Yeah, they're very good. Especially, I'm actually shocked by how good they are on an Xbox.
Yeah, apparently like it's completely next generation from Fallout 4. It uses global illumination, so that means you can have like completely dark inside where it's completely bright outside. And you know, it's like complete. Like I pretty much thought, oh, this is going to be an ancient game, but like this is next gen lighting. I mean, everything else is ancient.
One of you guys want to try starting up the workshop? I gotta go dump all this garbage I've got in my stash.
Yeah, I can't wait to fully appreciate the game on PC.
Yeah.
Visuals. There's still enemies nearby. Apparently.
There are some ghouls. Where's my directions? On the south side of the building, lower level. I'll go take care of them in a second here. So I get all this garbage out of my character.
I think I hear a mole miner. I can hear him or something.
That's probably just me.
It is kind of funny when you can hear them breathing.
Yeah. Shotgun. I did think about like introducing the spoiled system into Fallout 4. I think that could be done with the ref call alias.
That would be a great feature, just because it's so easy to stockpile so much food that you invalidate that feature.
I mean, that's probably the one thing in Fallout 4. You basically have, like, you know, non-end date stuff in your inventory for years. To be fair, in Fallout 76, they've kind of gone the other way. So it's like, as soon as you pick up a corn, it becomes spoiled. So.
Now, do cooked things get around that in this at all? Because I forgot about the spoiled mechanic.
I think that's why they encourage you to cook it, because it doesn't, obviously it's like a normal length of not being spoiled. Where like if you just pick up like meat, dog meat, it becomes spoiled.
I've got mountains of spoiled veggies on my character. Let's drop those. Here you go. Have some spoiled veggies. Those are for you, cdante.
Okay, I just heard
disease
something over here.
Because I think it could be done in Fallout 4, but I hate it to be done in the old fake way where it's like you just swap out the old food and replace it with spoiled stuff. I wish you could do it with an alias which actually changes the name of the thing, which should be a much more clean way of doing it.
Yeah, but then
you should be able to do that. The problem is that as soon as you object reference all of your pieces, then like it's more expensive. Like you have to persist it all to do that.
Well, there's a way to import the data from an alias without putting it in the alias, and that's a lot less. Like,
oh, that's right. You can apply the aliases. So I was experimenting with that last night because I wanted to because I'm working on the blueprint system from this, and I wanted a way to automatically name the blueprints. And the only way I could do it reliably was to create a new instance of each thing. Oh, I think we won. I just got a bunch of cats.
Yep, I did it.
Nice.
Found the last guy.
Hey, speaking of the alias name, on my objective it said alias equals workshop location on my screen.
Yeah.
Wow.
But yeah, I was experimenting with that, trying to get it working. The only way I could get it to work reliably was to create an actual instance of each item, but then every item of that type would end up renamed from the alias. So I couldn't have each thing have its own custom name, which was a pain in the butt. So what is our benefit for this workshop? What do we get from this?
I have no idea.
And how do we turn on the machine?
Nothing.
That's all I came here for.
Oh, I'm thirst again.
Claim workshop at alias equals workshop location.
Yeah, you can just imagine like a bunch of forum posts asking, where is this place? Where is alias equals forum location? Alright, let me see if I can build things in this.
Can I build a stash or something?
What do you think you're meant to build at these? Because you only have. Do you have a bigger build area? Oh wow, there's all sorts of grenades here. Because when I claimed one earlier, I just had this tiny little build area right directly in front of
There
the
we go.
workshop.
Blueprint.
Yeah, you can't build buildings here. You can build lots of crafts and stuff.
Oh, that's yeah. What else do you need?
Oh wait, you can build doors. Oh, no.
Time to scrap this.
All right. So now all I want to do, if I can get this machine started before
All right, forgot
beta
about that.
ends, I'll be happy. Actually, am I on the wrong side? I'm losing my way around here. I think it's on the other end. Yeah, the actual excavator's on the other side, but I mean, who knows how we actually activate it. Also, isn't there supposed to be some sort of like resource generation it does?
Yeah, there's something here called an ore extractor, which means you obviously need to put stuff in it. Let me just see here. And I'm locked out. Cool.
So I ran into this at, there's like an agricultural center early on, and it was locked, and it looked like the only way you could unlock it is if you had the hacker skill. Does any of you guys have that?
I think cdante has one. All right. I think I'm done with this. I don't need to cook anything.
So I think Fallout 76 may be suffering from the same thing that Sim Settlements does, which is unclear mechanics.
What do you mean?
Like it's not, there's no,
It's unclear.
I'm not getting any hints about what I'm supposed to be doing here. I just spent a bunch of resources to repair all structures. I don't know if maybe I repaired all of your workbenches and stuff. I don't know.
I think if you could turn this on, there would be a quest, like immediately in your log. Because I've had that, like every time you go into an area, it gives you a stupid quest.
Wait. An attack is imminent. Prepare your defenses. Okay, we're about to be attacked. So I guess we set up defenses here.
All right, where's? Oh, here they come.
I found the button to activate it.
Oh, it's been that bad way.
Turn
All
off.
right.
I'll let you do it. You really want to do it.
Okay, I'm out of ammo.
So
Right.
we'll deal with that in a bit.
There's like a bunch of mole miners down. Yep. Jesus.
On my way.
Wow, I have crazy amounts of circuitry. I don't know if they
Right,
gave it all to me, but I've got.
You sim?
I can build like 30 turrets.
You might want to build them because there's like 20 guys coming up the stairs.
Oh yeah.
Oh fuck.
Get that sneak attack damage.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea.
Any of you guys got any oil? That's what I need to build more turrets. But if you guys want to fall back here, you'll see I've got quite the army going.
Jesus. They're still coming up. I had to get out of there. Wow.
Fall back to my turret army.
Alright, where are you? Oh
I'm over
yeah.
by the workbench. Let's see him get through this.
Oh man. The turrets are all gonna shoot each other or something.
Oh no, I've done this. Whenever you have a wave attack, you just literally put 20 turrets down and fixes it. There we go.
Cdante's kind of trapped. Oh, look at that. He's got some more for 9 mil. Or I mean, 10 mil.
Oh, I can put them way out here too. There you go. I have a turret.
Yep.
It's pretty nice when they don't have guns.
Yeah. I can't pick anything up for this guy.
I hope this thing will fire while I'm carrying it. That would be fantastic. Oh, you can build all over in this area. I just noticed like the green area is pretty wide. I didn't have to build everything clustered up here.
There's one miner left, if you can find them. That's the worst thing about these quests, is like one of the enemies just always wanders off. Does his own thing.
Or gets stuck in something, or lost.
Yeah. Yeah.
Here's something. Oh, I see it. It's down below where they spawned. There we go. Yep, that was the last guy. Ooh.
Alright, so I guess I overdid it on the turrets.
Hey,
Hey, you're back.
I had no idea what's happening because Discord was down, my internet was down, my stream was down, but I could still play the game for a while.
Wait.
Yeah, so we're at the button to start this machine.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm gonna store my turret army. Keep it with
There's a
us.
halt tape right here. Can you still pick it up, even though I picked
Yep.
it up? Oh, okay, just making sure. What this is. Reactor
Alright.
technology, bulletins. Oh, I unlocked an ignition core crafting thing.
What?
Blueprints. I think we have to build some stuff to get this thing running.
Okay, well I'm in on that. Do we
Alright,
have
it's
to
on this
all
terminal.
use this thing to access them, maybe?
Probably.
Let's see.
Cdante.
You should press the button, see what happens. Let's turn off this music. That way you don't get banned.
Did you like get some sort of thing in your inventory or something that you had to read?
Yes, I have a quest called Earth Mover. Build 4 ignition cores.
I haven't got that.
This button isn't functioning.
I assume you have to build all the ignition cores first.
Yep. Oh, I have a quest to check this thing out. Craft.
How did you get the quest?
From the terminal, by the button.
Yeah, I
Oh,
just
okay.
read through all of that and I didn't get anything like that.
Oh, I need 5 nuclear material.
You are not an authorized owner of the Mount Blair facility. So you activated
Oh.
it, so you must have to do it.
Yeah, I activated the workbench. Okay, I need nuclear material.
I think I have some of that. maybe
20
not.
of it.
Alright, let's do trade and see if we got any.
Can one of you invite me
Yeah, I have to invite you.
to the party?
I think you have to put a cost on that junk.
I'm not even
Get
finding
that.
nuclear material.
Darn, yeah, me either.
Alright, so you did.
I might have stored it all in
maybe-
the thing though. Let's go to the stash. We got 20 minutes left to get this thing up and running.
Typically goes for like 5 minutes after. We got a little bit extra. Do I have any material?
I actually do think they actually kick people off individually.
I have
It's
nuclear
way too-
waste, but I don't know if I have any nuclear material. Is this one of those things where you... Do we have a tinkerer's workbench?
Yeah, it's right around the corner.
Yeah, it's by the button. Different room.
I don't know where the button is. I'll just follow you. But that's where we might be able to make nuclear material out of nuclear waste. That would be my bet.
Oh. Well, apparently I have one.
Because there's a bulk thing in the tinkerer's workbench. Where you can combine stuff.
Huh.
I haven't got it yet on my... Maybe there's a recipe.
Ah, here it is. Oh, maybe there's a recipe. Yeah. Bummer.
Try
Well, that
some
would be
magic.
why this is a late game activity, most likely. That would make sense.
Yep.
We need to have stuff for people to grind on.
So what level's Neeher? That might be why the quest fired for him. Yeah.
Huh?
This thing, the workbench appears to be bugged out for me. I can't do anything on it.
What is it? Is it? What?
Oh, there it goes. It was just really delayed.
Quest items. Yeah.
Yeah.
Bulk.
Nothing. All right, so I think I found my favorite feature of this game so far, and I'd like to see it implemented in Fallout 4, but it's going to require somebody with modeling skills. So, Unoctium, maybe you and Dogtooth can handle this. Do you see the armor on my left leg?
Right.
Yeah.
There's a set of wood armor.
Yeah.
Yeah, those look cool.
All right, so I guess we can't. So we did all that,
Yeah,
and so we can't do anything because we don't have the recipes. That's a bummer.
I think we're too low level, and Neeher's
Yeah.
high enough to do it.
But that's kind of ridiculous, though, that we were able to just like wreck all these high-level
Exactly. Yeah.
enemies.
Well, they had shotguns and.
Yeah, I mean, if we got too close, we definitely died. But
By the way, it said I joined your team, but I clearly didn't. So
You Naran?
so as far as we can tell, there's literally no benefit to owning this at our level. Like without,
No.
unless you have these ignition cores, there's nothing to it. Like I'm finding all these cool-looking devices, but you can't activate them or anything. Can we get some console commands, please? Just cheat in some nuclear material so we can see this thing in action. All right, is there anything else anybody wants to go explore? Well, we've got our last.
Yeah,
15.
I mean, head back to the baby area where we belong.
Back to the baby area. Maybe there's some stuff we can do. There was definitely a workshop there that was in the lobby area. And let's see here. There's somebody's camps up there we can go to.
Who?
We could like PvP some people, just attack them.
Let's,
Remember you were telling me about the turret trick where you could literally.
oh yeah,
trigger
yeah.
PvP
Like, here, I'm
with
gonna
it,
go to Neeher's camp because there's a bunch of level 6s over there. Let's just go fight people. Well, that's what I want to do. Especially now that I have 15 turrets in my inventory. I'm going to just drop my camp on top of them and then place all my turrets. We'll see what happens.
So I saw your invite, Neeher, but I couldn't accept it. I just couldn't push on the option, and now it said I declined the invite. So it's really frustrating.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna restart the game again.
Yeah, no, the best thing to do cdante is because when you actually switch off your Xbox, you're still logged into the game, so it might be worth it just to pull the plug out for about 5 seconds and then plug it back in, and that way you get a full hard reset of the game.
Well, you can just from the dashboard hit the start button over the game and hit quit. That'll force kill the game. What's going on here? Finding scorched?
Yeah, I was just killing off some scores that are in your camp.
Oh, I can't. Typewriter. Interesting.
All right, so right across the water over here somewhere, there's a bunch of players.
Oh. I didn't see the quit option until now.
Oh, this mountain's in our way.
Yeah. Level 6. Doesn't really matter what level they are.
No. Well, if it lets me drop my turret army on them, it's not going to matter at all. Unfortunately, I didn't blueprint it, and I should have. That would have been hilarious if I could just place a dozen turrets in one move. Let's find out if this is a viable PvP strategy. The camp attack.
Camp turret. Oh yeah, I'm dying of thirst again.
Oh, they went the other. They went around the south side.
They went towards the teapot.
I wonder if they're going to catch on, like if they are getting nervous at all, because this is one of the things where Bethesda said they wanted. They wanted to have some tension when other players are approaching. Do you think they are seeing our map icons move closer to them and are getting nervous, or are they just like, oh, whatever, who cares?
If we sneak, we can appear off the map, and then they'll have no idea.
Neeher, can you invite me again? Sorry.
Bam.
No.
There we go. Yay!
Lesson learned. You have to restart the game over and over.
Level 8.
Oh, there's more.
Of course, it didn't happen. Didn't help that my internet is crappy today.
Oh, this guy's level 15. Ouch. Alright, I'm gonna distract him with your body. He didn't fall for it. He's still after me. I won. Jeez. Yeah, I just wanted water. I think that has some in here.
So now that I'm actually here, what are we doing?
Well, I was gonna go kill some people, and then I got distracted.
You mean other players?
Other players, yeah, there were a couple other players over here. Yeah, there's Repelt the Wolf and Leobot just south of us. I want to see if I can spawn my camp right on top of them and then place all my turrets and see what happens. I was doing that in the in an earlier play, and the other person also had their camp, and we just had turret battles. It was a lot of fun. But I don't know if it's viable to just drop it on top of somebody, or if like there's some preventative measure with the camp placement.
Well, count me in.
Okay, there's somebody right there. So
yeah,
let's see here. Can I move my camp? LB, move. Yes, put camp down.
I think he's
AFK.
yeah.
Oh, well, that's fun. But we can all
So
become
we
murderers.
Probably still kill him.
So we are the griefers right now.
Squad.
We become what we despise.
One guy.
Okay, well here I just learned something terrible. All of my turrets that I built at that workshop are stuck in that workshop.
Oh, lame.
All right, well I'm not gonna waste ammo on this. Let's just punch him to death.
All right. I'm gonna.
That's gonna take a long time.
I mean, they don't take much damage anyway, right? Like that's part of this anti-griefing mechanic.
Yeah.
It's, they don't want you to be able to just murder people easily.
I mean,
meanwhile, I'm trying to invite them to trade.
Quality streaming content here.
I mean, he's probably a 12-year-old kid having dinner right now. Can't wait to get back to the game.
Kinggath confirmed Fallout 76 bully. Yes, you're correct.
Yeah.
In before the next big controversy that 4 mod authors are griefing in Fallout 76.
Revenge of the modders. Here's your bug report.
First we blocked you from downloading mods, now we punch you to death. I wonder if it flags us all as murderers now.
I think so.
No, he won't die.
There we go. Oh, we have the
yep.
option to revive
Yeah.
him.
Wanted.
You are wanted.
Now we got to work together. There's now
Hey.
no one on the map.
And now it indicates that Neeher is enemy for me.
Yeah.
What?
Should we kill him? No, I will kill him.
Why am I an enemy?
Yeah, it's only you're wanted. Do you guys see any of us wanted? So
Yeah,
whoever
you're-
scores
Oh,
the
yeah, I got the wanted, and there's
got
no
a,
one on the map for me, except for you guys.
you've got a 50 cap payout on yours.
50, huh?
Yeah.
Where's my camp?
Well, that's good because we can now have like the whole map's going to descend upon us.
Put all my caps in my camp.
In the last 10 minutes, we're going to be attacked. Put up the turrets.
We
I
are
don't have
defending Neeher.
The turrets are stored in the workbench at the thing.
All right.
Watch out for this
Yeah.
frog.
Do you have any resources for the other one?
No, I used them all because I thought the attack was going to be much bigger than it turned out to be.
There was a frog here.
Yeah.
Hey, Reaper the Wolf, if you're watching this later on video on demand, we're just testing the game, you know.
Yeah,
It's a beta tester. Hey, it's Juicehead.
Let's attack him.
Let's just
Where is he?
No. He's attacking me.
let's gang up on him.
that hurt.
Oh no, I'm stuck in.
says gonna kill his
trying to
power
use the
armor.
station.
Get his power armor. Where is he? Did he heal? Damn it.
Where
He
is
retreated.
Nah, he's dead.
Juicehead's dead.
He was wearing a power armor, though. That was scary.
How meta. Ambush my borders.
He totally joined my game and just found I was wanted. Well, this will make great content for my channel. Killing a wanted. Good luck with that. The Pelt the Wolf is still dead. He never responded. I think I saw someone north. Yeah, it's Juicehead. Stun grenade.
Oh, shit, I've been attacked. He's attacking me. Damn it.
Could really use that wall of turrets.
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
Where's Juicehead? I see him.
Did you just pop up?
Did somebody loot all his junk?
Does it not share? Whoa.
Neeher, you gotta heal up, otherwise someone's gonna take you out.
I need to get rid of these rads.
Juicehead is a one-man bully hunter.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure
taking on the
Juicehead's
evil
gonna...
modders.
Oh?
Oh,
There he is.
There he is.
South.
You're running me.
Oh, yeah, there's 4 of us.
I like that his body goes flying every time.
Yeah. I'm like, is that happening for everyone?
Kinggath, you're now red one.
I'm running out of ammo.
Keep taking Rad X. I wasn't even paying attention to that.
Let's fortify the teapot and wait for him there.
I think Juicehead's gonna need a little squad if he's gonna try and take all of this on.
He's gonna bring back a squad of YouTubers.
I mean, he has some
YouTuber
subscribers.
versus modders. There's some people over there. Who are they? Oh, those are the friends of the guy we killed.
Yeah. If they try and shoot us, blow up the car. Yeah, fuck off. Yeah, but they found us up. They don't want to fight. Cool. Smart.
How do I turn off this radio? I'm gonna get demonetized.
I mean, don't you mod follow for him?
I mean, I couldn't find it.
Oh, right.
This guy's got a pitchfork.
I don't know where Juicehead went.
So far this ganging up mechanic on the griefers is working very well.
Yeah, guys, the anti-griefing measures seem to be working exactly how they're supposed to. Because I mean, it took the 4 of us like a minute and a half to kill that one guy who was AFK.
Yeah.
That took us a while, though.
Because the way they sort of put it, there was like, oh, it's going to be a big manhunt, and you can't survive if you grief someone. You know, it's like we're still here.
We're waiting for the Juicehead army to show up.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah,
Battle.
let's build some turrets or.
Does anyone have any oil in here?
I unfortunately blew my load at the workshop.
Oh well.
I can build a camp here, I suppose. Although I don't know if our turrets would shoot at them. Because right now I see Neeher as enemy.
Oh, that's right. You're right. Yeah.
Well, that would be pretty funny if
So-
they started shooting him.
Yeah, so maybe it's not the best idea.
I think I just got shot at. Huh.
Should I check his stream that
Watch the stream.
Go
Oh, look.
where is
To the
he
west,
at?
there's a airdrop.
Where? Oh, yeah. See it.
Let's go check that out. iBots. Protectron.
I don't see you on my map anymore. Where are you? Oh, it's because
Oh my
you're
God.
wanted.
Oh,
that's
here.
why.
Alright, I went west.
Yeah.
I really hate how the nomads can teleport across the map.
Hey, more shotgun shells. Oh man, there's a bunch of good stuff in here. Marksman's pump action shotgun, puncturing boxing glove.
What? I wonder if I'm being punished because I basically didn't get anything.
You get nothing.
Did you get nothing? No?
Oh man, this stuff's all level 15.
I got a stim pack, a couple other things.
Here's what you need to survive.
Todd is punishing you, Neeher.
Yeah.
Okay, let's check the map, see if people are gonna. Not no one cares.
Well, I think we're about to get that 5-minute countdown timer any second now.
Yeah.
But that to me is the best time to be PvPing.
Exactly.
There's no penalty.
Yeah, there's no countdown timer yet. Although it should end any minutes. Maybe they expand the beta session.
Well, there's a big 7-hour session in a few days.
Yeah.
Yep. On Tuesday? No, Sunday. Next Sunday. 4 hours on Tuesday.
Assuming all of you are planning to play on PC from the 30th.
I don't know, with modding being a year away.
Yeah, I'll probably play it some. I definitely am not going to play all the beta sessions though. Like I think I've gotten enough of a taste of this game to know that, you know, I'll probably play through it once just to explore everything, and then that'll be the end of my time until servers. But I guess with the fact that the progress theoretically carries over, it's kind of like you can just start playing now.
Yeah.
All right, well, we're kind of winding down here. So, so I guess what are your guys' thoughts on all of this as far as the game itself? Like, cdante, what do you think of Fallout 76 so far?
I mean,
There it is.
Yep.
I mean, most of my game session was quite frustrating today, up until like the last 20 minutes, which was fun. I like the game so far. It can be a lot of fun, and especially when you are playing with friends and things like that. But yeah, I was talking about this already, that I'm mostly a modder. I feel myself mostly a modder and not a gamer, so these play sessions, I don't know, 1 or 2 times a week will be a lot of fun. Maybe I will stream all of them, but what I'm really looking forward is 1 year from now, when we are actually gonna be able to mod the game on private servers.
Do you have any ideas for mods you already want to see in this?
Yeah, I had a couple of ideas. Of course, would be fun to export settlements here as well. Would be fun to create new game worlds, create new quests, which we can start even today working on before this is even possible. And maybe HUD changes, maybe some sort of mod that follows your voice in the game in real time, and adds lip syncing to your character in game. I don't know. I have a couple of ideas.
Awesome. How about you, Neeher? What are your thoughts so far?
I really like the game. I guess I really just want to play on PC. It's gonna be a lot better on there. Because like in this, it's just the frame rate problem. The game looks great and the lighting's incredible, but when you have to play on Xbox, when you're used to something that's got a lot more horsepower behind it, it's pretty different to get used to. Because as I'm walking into this area, I see just the HUD pop-up of I opened up this location or whatever, it pops up. Even that was pretty stuttery, the HUD element. But overall, I really like the game. It'll be fun with friends. That's gonna be pretty much it for me.
What about you, Unoctium? How do you think things are going?
Yeah. I mean, I wasn't really expecting much from the playing, but it seems like a fun game overall. I'm kind of a bit miffed that this is like the last. This has to be the last Creation Engine game because it's probably the best looking one, you know, by far. So I mean, otherwise, I'm just happy just playing it. You know, I'm not gonna.
Didn't they say that they're still using Creation Engine for Starfield? But
yeah, I think because I heard that podcast that Todd Howard was on. He's basically Starfield will have a whole new animation, everything.
Yeah, but the same engine. They just change smaller things over and over, I guess.
Yeah. So I mean, the what I got out of that conversation with Todd Hardy was that essentially their engine is very modular now. So the only thing that really remains the same over and over again is their workflow stuff. So like the quest workflow, the aliases, all of the things that they're doing in the creation kit, I think are what they keep over and over again. And then all of the underlying stuff, the physics engine, the animation controls, and all of that can be swapped out. Is kind of what I got.
Yeah, it gets updated over time, but I feel like it's just
how about mod ideas for this? Neeher, you got anything you want to see added to it?
I guess things I want to do would be like NPC quests or a follower of some kind. That whole system would have to be totally remade.
Oh yeah, followers would be nice in this game.
To me, that seems like something they're definitely going to do as DLC or something, like being able to get pets
That'd
and
be
robots
nice.
as companions at the bare minimum.
That'd be nice if they did that sooner rather than later, and then, you know, an actual NPC follower could just be built off that system rather than making one from scratch.
Well, I think
Nice little framework.
I think there's dialogue in the game. I think there's still the scene system, but I'm wondering if player dialogue.
I'm
you
sure
know, that
it's all
option,
there.
Yeah, I wonder if that option in the player dialogue option was basically the only input the player has into conversations. I wonder if they've just pulled that out. So you literally just have to activate people to trigger things.
Yeah, that would be interesting if they pulled that completely out of the UI, because I'd imagine the creation kit workflow wouldn't have changed, and you'll still be able to put, like, the player alias will still exist, and you'll be able to stick it in there.
Well, no, the first thing I thought was like, oh, you must have just pulled up the dialogue window or the scene window, and I'm like, and then Chris told me, you know, Chris Takahashi from Interesting NPCs, he said, oh, well, that's probably still in there. The only thing they have to remove is that player dialogue option, and therefore you literally can't speak to people after that.
Yeah, I would definitely like to see NPCs in here. I think I don't understand that decision, other than it's a lot of work. But like, that's, I mean, that's why we pay Bethesda to make us games, is because we want them to do that work.
Well, obviously it's high concept, so obviously they started with the idea of saying, oh, the only humans you'll meet are your other people, like, and they've kind of gone on from that. So obviously the human race in this area has been somehow exterminated for some reason in the story, you know. But I'm pretty sure they started with like, oh, everyone you meet is a person. So,
I mean, that was one of the things I'm a little disappointed by, the amount of spoilers that they've done already for that. And I mean, that's my own fault for reading everything. But basically, one of the early Overseer logs you get, combined with some things that have been said in interviews, I think I know exactly what the entire main story is, and that's disappointing because it makes it less exciting to actually go through it.
Well,
I haven't seen I haven't seen an outro though. I mean, in the animations or video folder.
Yeah, the big 2 files. BK2.
Yeah, there's just the intros to the game and the logo, and then like the Atom Shop has some sort of background video going on.
Exactly.
So yeah, so I mean, that's kind of a bummer, because that to me is the most fun part about going through Bethesda game the first time, is seeing how all of it plays out, seeing how each of the big quest lines plays out. So it's kind of unfortunate that I feel like they spoiled the entire main story already if you bother to follow all of the interviews they've done and everything.
So it's like I haven't really followed. Is it basically Lonesome Road?
I don't think so. I think it's different than that. But
Alright.
it's basically, I think most people will figure out exactly where the story is headed after they listen to the first five quests worth of holotapes. It's like, oh, okay. Well.
Okay. Oh, alright.
There we go, disconnected. So yeah, so I think I was shocked. I was having a lot more fun than I expected with the multiplayer aspect because I've always been in I waffle back and forth between being way into multiplayer and absolutely hating it. And right now, obviously, with how much I'm into Fallout 4, I'm not into the multiplayer mode. So maybe I'm craving a little multiplayer gaming lately, and that's why this was fun for me. But I definitely enjoyed us taking out that big mining machine. Like, that was a lot of fun. It felt like I was playing Fallout 4 multiplayer, like as a co-op experience, because there weren't anybody else around, and clearly the anti-griefing measures work. Like, we tried to grief and we're not able to. So that's a positive thing. I think that'll, as soon as people try it and realize that it's just not fun. Like, it wasn't fun. It wasn't fun to punch that guy to death. So like, then I think it won't take many play sessions for most players to just give up on that idea, to just be like, you know what, I can't grief in this game, so that sucks. I'm not going to try it. I'm not going to waste my time with it anymore. So I think that fear is alleviated. I'm not really worried about griefing. For me, I just could see this not being super fun solo, because so far, in the little bits I've gotten to play by myself, I was finding myself bored very quickly of like, oh, doesn't really matter what I do. I'm all alone here. There's nobody to talk to. Because one of the drivers, I don't really RP when I'm playing the single player stuff, but I do tend to keep the main quest in line all the time, and it's nice to be able to go back and talk to the characters and get new quests like that. There's something about that feels like a little bit of a connection, whereas that's pretty lacking here. But the actual multiplayer aspect was a lot of fun, so maybe that's the thing, is that you can technically solo it, but I don't know how fun that's going to be.
Yeah, I agree, but if I want to experience the story and really explore, I guess I would play solo for a while. Maybe in all game session, in each game session, I would play half an hour solo, just mess around with my perks and my character, and then join a party and have fun with others. That could work.
Yeah, I think I definitely want to play through it at least once to explore all of the areas they've built and check out all the new assets. And but yeah, I don't see how I don't see how I'm going to get drawn in to play this perpetually unless it's with friends. Like the whole, I mean, I think all of these games, their goal is to get you hooked on that addiction loop at the end of like mining for resources, and so that you can get access to better things and just keep doing that over and over again. Because if you're not actively playing the game all the time, you'll eventually disconnect, lose interest, and then you're not going to spend any more money on it.
Are you guys up to similar game sessions, the four of us on PC as well, or maybe more players and multiple parties of 4, but in the same voice chat?
I might be up for doing another one of these. Yeah. I know I'm not going to participate in all of them. I don't have the time.
Yeah. I get that.
But yeah, I'd be interested
Alright, guys,
in another one of these on PC.
Good session. I'll talk to you guys later.
Yeah, take it easy. Good.
See you.
Hey.
But yeah, this was fun. It was good to play the game some, and I'm glad we actually got it working. It's a real shame that they don't have their UI mechanics worked out, like the friends thing. That seems like a pretty big fail. So I'm gonna have to write up a report and send that off to them so they can get that fixed. Although I would imagine long term I'd be playing this on PC, so it won't really matter unless the mechanics are just as clunky there, which I guess we'll find out. When's the first session? Tuesday?
Yeah.
Tuesday at 7. I want to say
7 p.m. Yeah.
7 to 11
Eastern time. 7 p.m. Eastern time.
Okay. Well, yeah, so that's not that far away. I'm really looking forward. Oh, yeah, it's right on my screen. It says it up in the corner.
Yeah.
I'm really looking forward to them decrypting the files so I can just start poking into the try and open the see if we can get the ESM to open with Xedit, or open up the BA2 files and see if we can look at anything that's in there.
Yeah.
I imagine I'll be doing more of that than I will actually playing the beta.
Yeah, it will be a busy couple of weeks.
Yeah, my mind's still fully on Fallout 4 just because I can mod it, and like I still have so much I want to do in Fallout 4 that 76 almost feels like a distraction to me because I'm kind of on a mission. But it will. I'm most excited, I think, to actually have a whole new world space to explore, just because it's hard to go actually play Fallout 4 for me anymore. Like, I love modding the crap out of it, and I love making stuff for it, but actually playing it is very difficult for me anymore. Just because I've seen it so many times at such detail level too, because I know how everything works in the background.
Yeah, I get that. Like I said, I have still a couple of lots and lots of Fallout 4 mod ideas, and what my plans are with the 76 is probably 1 or 2 game sessions a week.
Now, are you planning on streaming a lot of your sessions, or is this just for your own relaxation?
I mean, if I'm not modding but playing, why not stream it, right? So, yeah.
Yeah, I'm kind of starting to feel like the nice thing about the streaming, like I never really got into the idea of being a streamer. I mean, I don't know that I ever will, but I feel this like obligation internally to be creating things all the time, and so it makes it sometimes hard for me to sit down and enjoy a game, which is why I actually play Bethesda games on Xbox, is because I'm away from my keyboard then, so then there's a chance I won't do work. So with streaming, it can feel like you're creating content still while you're playing, which is kind of cool.
Yeah. I get that.
Yeah, well, I enjoyed this more than I thought I would, because I was definitely on in the naysayer camp with 76. When I heard about it, I was like, oh, this is gonna suck. Just because like the idea of somebody else in my gameplay session seemed awful, but having experienced it, knowing there is no griefing, I mean, it's still gonna be. I think it'll still be hard if you want that full immersion experience of like, I'm gonna go disconnect from the real world, go full on modded, like put together your perfect mod list and like just fully engage in a Bethesda game. It's gonna be really hard to do that when somebody runs by you, because the player movement is so erratic and you have like the nameplate over their head. It's gonna be hard for that to be immersive. But I mean, that whole time we were playing, we never ever organically saw another player. We had to track them down ourselves.
Yep.
So I don't know that that's actually a big problem.
Yeah, I agree, and I must say that the other players are not really a distraction, and of course, playing with friends, on the other hand, is in one party is a ton of fun. When you actually manage to connect the game and join a party.
Yeah, to me that's the main thing, because like, playing it alone, I don't think I'll be playing 76 alone. Just not what the game was built for, really. So,
yeah, I think that's going to deter a lot of people from wanting to play it at all. A lot of Fallout fans, because I think a lot of the hardcore Bethesda fans are all about that single player experience, and anything multiplayer is the devil. So, it's just, I think we just have to accept that this is a game not for us. It's kind of like for a lot of folks, the Creation Club is not for them. Like that stuff is targeted at people who don't want to deal with the hassle of modding, because modding is a hassle. I mean, even playing them, like, it's a lot easier now than it was for earlier games, but it's still, you have to deal with like, for example, the scrap crash that we just discovered the cause and solution to is like, people have been dealing with that for the last 2 years. They didn't realize it, that they were, why it was happening. They would just complain to various mod authors and be told, sorry, we don't know. And like, that type of hassle is something you wouldn't have to deal with something like the Creation Club. So that's, well, presumably, I know they've released bugs, but whatever. The point is, I think Bethesda's experimenting with making stuff that's for other people, and like.
Yeah, that's the point. Because on the other hand, it will probably bring in a lot of new players who are not Bethesda fans yet, but are playing multiplayer, other types of multiplayer games, or same types of multiplayer games on a regular basis, and eventually they may try out Fallout 4 or other Bethesda games as well, because they tried Fallout 76 and they liked it.
Yeah. I think, well, the nice thing about this, even if I'm fine with them making games for outside of it. I don't care. I'm happy that they're making other stuff, because it's gonna line their pockets so that they can make games like Starfield and Elder Scrolls 6 and stuff even better. Like if you compare, like even Fallout 4 to some of their older titles, like the technology upgrades, even beyond the fact that it's new technology upgrades because, you know, it's modern day, we have better things, but just the amount of money they're spending on production value just keeps going up. Like you get better voice acting and higher quality assets, and they're slowly making the engine more and more moddable and modular, and like all of that is happening because they're getting more money in. And so they're going to get even more money by going into these kind of marketplaces. Like I'm sure Fallout Shelter helped their bottom line like way more than they expected. They expected a couple million downloads. They said they got over 100 million. Like stuff like that has got to then make them say like, okay, well now we have, it's kind of like how Apple and Google can just do crazy stuff on their new products because they're just printing money. It's kind of that idea of like, it's like, oh, we can try anything because we have like just millions of dollars coming in daily without us having to try. And so I think I'm hoping that these types of moves like Fallout 76 and Shelter are getting them that kind of money to where they can, in game development terms, obviously they're not going to get to an Apple level as a game company, but I guess EA kind of did. But just the idea that Bethesda has more money to throw at the single player titles we love is a good thing to me.
Yeah, it's good to see that Bethesda is kind of one of the big ones now. With all the other games, I'm not just talking about Bethesda Game Studios, but the whole Bethesda studios. Yeah.
Sorry, I wasn't paying attention. I was harassing Juice out on his failing to
kill the Doom Squad of modders.
I can't wait to see his
I'm gonna
video.
His playthrough's up right now.
I mean, we were just saying when you were talking to him, we were just basically saying that I think it's a positive thing for us who are hardcore Bethesda fans that they are making more money, because it'll let them do bigger and better things with the single player games we like, because clearly they're going to keep making them. And anybody who's afraid of like modders getting cut out, I don't think they would ever do that. And the reason I don't think so is because you can see the influence mods have on each new title. Like, for example, a lot of people point out that the settlement system was lifted direct from Real-Time Settler of New Vegas. Like, it's clear that that Bethesda play mods. They're aware of mods, and especially now that they actually support them, is that they're going to take a lot of those ideas and like improve their games and kind of steer them toward what they know their player base wants. And I can also see from the difference of Skyrim to Fallout 4, or even from like Fallout 3 and Oblivion to Skyrim, that they are making the game engine more and more modular. Like the things we have access to change it's so much greater than ever before in Fallout 4. And I can only imagine they'll continue to do that, because as a programmer, we dream of making everything super modular so that everybody can adapt it easy, because not only does it make it easier for modders to adapt it, it makes it easier for us to make changes later if we made it super modular. So like things like right now, I think like one of the big ones that came between Skyrim and Fallout 4 was that it was a lot easier to add new animations to the game. And that was like very, very difficult in the older engines. Now, you don't see a ton of new animations just because animating is a very tough skill. But like I think like that was one of the last systems that was really locked. I think there are a couple others they need to expose, like the gameplay settings. And the UI would be nice if they could expose those to modders. But for the most part, we've got access to just about everything from Fallout 4 versus some of the other games.
Yeah,
that's
true.
definitely true.
So I can't even imagine what it's going to be like to mod for Starfield or ES6, about how much more they'll have exposed. Like 76, I think, is going to actually be restricted, is my guess. I think we're going to have a lot more restrictions on what we can mod.
So do you think that the blueprint system in 76 might be inspired by a mod?
I mean, from some of those videos I've watched, they originally wanted to do a online settlement sharing system as part of the settlement system. Like they wanted to build that into Bethesda.net, which to me, that's what I thought was going to happen. Because I remember the very first time I played Fallout 4, I was going all out building my settlements. Like, it's going to be so awesome when they eventually launch a share system, just because that seems like what you would do. And then instead we had to wait for cdante to do it.
So do you think that it still might happen with 76? That
yeah, I bet they make a system where you can upload your blueprints. A lot of other people, or there'll be a system where you can trade them in your inventories or something.
Mm-hmm.
Because that could be fun.
Yeah, it makes sense. Makes sense. Well, less work for me then.
Yeah, I don't. So one of the things I do with the Bethesda games that I plan on modding is I don't even touch the modding tools at the beginning, because I figure there are a lot of other people who know the systems I want to change well enough that I can just let them build the mods, and I'll wait till way later and then step in and start making stuff, because I don't want to end up especially because the stuff I like to design is so complex that I would hate to start working on it and then, you know, midway through somebody else releases the same thing. Like, that would be heartbreaking.
Yeah.
But I see a lot of stuff in 76 I want to see in Fallout 4, like the blueprint system. I'm already working on that. I've almost got a working demo of it. The I think the perk card system could be a lot of fun to put in. I think there are just some little gameplay improvements. I think the diluted and super versions of everything, that stuff, I'm pretty sure, somebody can correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure Horizon does that already, and it actually made me want to go pick up Horizon and play it again. I played around with it when it first came out, and it was a little too hardcore for me, but I actually liked that. I like it adds a little more variety, and then looting becomes a little more interesting.
Weapon and armor degradation would be cool to implement in Fallout 4 as well.
I know someone has been working on that for a long time, because I used to hang out in the Nexus Discord for mod authors before before some settlements blew up, and there was somebody constantly showing progress pics of that system, but I think he got picked up by the Fallout New Vegas team, and then they are using it for that now. But they have been, like Cascadia and them, they've been releasing some of those systems independent. Like, they released the level up menu where they worked on with the Nyanka, so maybe they'll do the same with the degradation system.
Yeah, that would be cool. Yeah, they shared weapons as well.
Yeah, so they seem to be open up about making stuff a little more modular, which is cool. All right, guys. Well, this has been a lot of fun. I hope everybody in chat enjoyed watching us play a little, the little bit we did get to play. And hopefully we'll do this again. Maybe we'll do it with one of the PC sessions where everybody has got their bearings a little better and we get to run things at high performance, because I'm going to load it up on my gaming computer, and hopefully it will look even better.
Yep, I can't wait to really take a look at the graphics. That's where you actually really.
It looks shockingly good for an Xbox game.
Yeah.
So
it definitely does.
PC should be even more incredible. All right, guys. Well, thank you for joining me, cdante, Neeher, and Unoctium who left earlier, and thanks everybody for watching.
Yeah, thanks. It was fun. See you later in the next session.
All right, take care, guys.
Right. Later.
Later.